rainy, it was wet, but you did your thing.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. We really came out and we competed as a team, and I'm really glad we ended up getting the win.
And just talk about bringing that explosive ability to the offense this year and just how your skill set's really going to help you guys this season.
Well, I know Kennesaw Mountain traditionally has a lot of dynamic players, and I'm just happy to join the team and help them step it up another notch, and I feel like we can do some really special things this year.
And someone that's been there through this growth is a 4-year starter right here, Evan Duke. Talk about today's game, just how you guys were prepared, and just the type of fight that Cass put up. Is a great ball game.
I mean, we knew that Cass's quarterback is very, very athletic, very good ball player. So we definitely made sure we were ready for him, and we feel like we did a good job stopping him and slowing him down. He's a heck of an athlete, so we feel like we did a good job against him.
And it was back and forth, but you guys trailed in that fourth quarter, but once you guys got the lead, I mean, how'd the defense come together and close this out?
I mean, we just did a good job preaching on the sideline. It's on us. It's on us. I mean, if we're up by 1 point like we were, we should be able to win the game. I don't care if it's 3-0. I don't care if it's 26-25 like it was. If we're up by a point, we should be able to win the game.
Awesome. Well, great job, guys. We're going to go now to the MVP, and that's going to be T.J. Jenkins, the running back, and he had a big one running behind that Mustangs offensive line. TJ, 22 carries, 179 yards, and a touchdown. Talk about today's performance.
It was rough, you know. Going into the locker room, we faulted our mistakes. You know, we corrected them once we came back out, and we just played our hearts out.
It's a big way to start the season, but just talk about the offensive line, just how you guys were able to get that ground game going.
I love them. I love them with all my heart. I do. I swear to God, I love them. I mean, it was rocky at first, but you know, once I got into them, you know, got on to them, and got in their heads, they did their job. They showed up and showed out.
Yeah, for sure. Outstanding football game. We're going to go now to Randy, present our MVP plaque.
Thanks, Craig. On behalf of GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com and the Hunter family, we're proud to give you this award for the MVP, Robbie Hunter MVP Award for the game.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Proud
so much.
of you.
Thank you.
Well done. So Kennesaw Mountain makes its Corky Kell debut, gets the big 26-25 victory. We will be back on the other side with more of the Tailgate Show.
I just enjoy working with my hands. I've always enjoyed doing mechanical work, and it's nice to be able to build something and look back at it, and know you've done a quality job on it.
At the end of the project, you're able to see what you have put in as far as the jobs are concerned. We know what's being put in the right way the first time.
And through the apprenticeship, you get the training to do a quality job.
For everything in life, we are here for you. For the struggles, for the celebrations, for the injuries, for the comebacks, for growing families, for growing up, for the goals set, and for the goals achieved, for the routine, for the unexpected, and for everything in between. We are here for you, with you. We care completely. Harbin Clinic.
Sweetheart, please don't forget to wear your seatbelt. I got it, Mom.
It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way.
In the blink of an eye, so many tomorrows can disappear. Buckle up for your future, every trip, every time. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, just move on. You'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started. Now get 2.9% financing for 72 months on a 2022 Ford F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome back to the Tailgate Show presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. I'm Kaylee Mansell, joined alongside by Staff Sergeant Darian Winston. Now, we've been doing these Army interviews all week long. I need you to explain the ranks to me. How do you get there? How do you progress forward?
Okay, so the ranks kind of work like this. Like you come in the Army, you can go between an E1 or an E3, so it's a private. The Army is the fastest growing branch of the military, so depending on how long you've been in, if they see potential, like the Army's going to promote you. Like for me, I got to the rank of sergeant, E5, in about 2.5 years. So it's very fast. You should go private first class, specialist, sergeant, staff sergeant, so on and so forth.
So you've just been on the upward trajectory. That's
pretty much
awesome. So tell me a little bit more about yourself. What made you want to get into the Army?
A little bit about me, okay? So I joined the Army at 18 years old. My whole family's military, so I kind of already had an idea, like this is what I wanted to do. But growing up, I love comic books. I always wanted to be a superhero. My favorite hero is Batman. So I knew I always wanted to go out and help somebody, those in need. I wanted to be that helping hand to help people out. So that's why I joined the Army.
Like you said, you joined at 18 years old, I'm assuming right out of high school. What benefits are there for students who want to join the Army right after high school?
Some of the benefits include, obviously, like your college would be paid for. On top of that, a big thing nowadays is career experience. Some people join the Army, let's say they want to do an intel job, they'll get that intel experience, and after they get out, they'll get some bigger job somewhere making way more money, already set up for life. So on top of that, like medical insurance, like you don't have to worry about medical, and the Army's just a good organization that helps take care of you.
Well, for those at home who are watching who want to know more, where can they find out more?
We're located on Shorter Avenue, right up the street over here, right over by the Hobby Lobby. So if they ever want to come on, office is open, doors are open, come see us.
Well, we appreciate your time and your service. Thank you so much. We will be right back with more after the break.
Hurry into Mattress Firm and shop Tempur-Pedic's best sale of the year. Right now, you can save up to $700, plus get a $300 instant gift, and pay 0% interest for 72 months. Only at Mattress Firm, America's #1 Tempur-Pedic retailer.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started.
Now lock in 2.9% for 60 months on a 2023 Bronco Sport and Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
America, home of the free. Free is our favorite word.
Lee, here's your sandwich, man.
All right. Like free delivery.
New spicy mayo. You sure? I'm not seeing it.
We get it.
Could you go back and get it for me?
That's why at Morgan & Morgan, our fee is free. That means you don't pay anything unless we win your case. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Oh, here it is.
Attention, it's time for the morning announcements. Make sure your parents are aware of the Ingalls Tools for Schools program and ask them to link their Ingalls Advantage card to our school. Remember, you have to do it each year. Now please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's best Labor Day sale ever. Get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin, and save up to $700 on top brands like Serta and Beautyrest. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase. Only at Mattress Firm.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Corky Kell Classic is sponsored by Georgia High School Football Daily, your best free coverage of Georgia high school football. McDonald's, brought to you by Greater Atlanta Area McDonald's. Download the app for great deals. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings. The U.S. Army, earn up to a $50,000 bonus. And by Harbin Clinic, we care completely.
Welcome back to the Tailgate Show put on by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. I am here with the face of GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com himself. It's Randy Beal. Randy, we've talked a lot about things over the past week. Tell me a little bit about the 4 Wheels for Work program and the Insure the Ride.
Yeah, absolutely. So our Georgia Building Trades Academy, we service minorities in Atlanta who have impoverished lives so far. And so we bring them in, train them up for construction. And some of them have transportation barriers. It's one of the greatest barriers they have to overcome. So we developed a 4 Wheels for Work where we're giving away cars. We've given away 6 cars now, free of charge. And then we also have Insure the Ride, which picks up the insurance for the first 3 months of that car ownership. And it really gives them an opportunity to begin a trade and get out of the situation they're in and start a career.
Well, it goes without question that you guys are obviously very family-oriented. You really become a part of our family, and I think it really goes to show with the Robbie Hunter Award that you guys presented for the first time on Wednesday. Where did the idea behind that come from? And, just talk a little bit about that for me.
Well, just the relationship that we have with Dave and his family, and just being a part of this family, from everybody we've talked about, up in the truck to the upstairs to down here on the ground, and you and Ashley and everyone. It's just part of us to want to be a part of everybody's lives and sharing the joys and in the sorrows. And Dave's such a great guy. Yeah. And Robbie, I've met him and hung out with him. It was a terrible tragedy when we lost him. But the building trades felt encumbered to do something where we could honor his legacy from now on. So that's how the Robbie Hunter Award came about.
Well, tomorrow you and I can be seen at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which from what I understand your company had a part in putting together. You were the main contractor behind it. So, what was it like for that milestone to be done?
What a great facility that is. It was fabulous. And there was many challenges along the way. And all the construction unions, really stepped up to the plate. I would say iron workers really did a great job. That was a hard job for them. Had the world's largest crane on site.
Wow.
And so people came from all around the country to help build that facility. But Arthur Blank, the Falcons, and our workers, we worked together to get it done.
Well, it's just like TV, it takes a village. I understand that. But hey, we got more football coming up right after the break.
Hey, does it matter if this leaks?
It don't matter to me. Can't see it from my house.
Illegal use of hands, improper training.
GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com has 14 different highly skilled trades with free training in our certified apprenticeship programs to train you the right way. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
Sweetheart, please don't forget to wear your seatbelt. I got it, Mom.
It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way.
In the blink of an eye, so many tomorrows can disappear. Buckle up for your future, every trip, every time. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, just move on. You'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started.
Now get 2.9% financing for 72 months on a 2022 Ford F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Are you the one others rally around? Inspire soldiers to follow your lead. Want to forge a better future? Start with the structures that support tomorrow's missions. You believe the best offense is a good defense. We've got a great way to prove that theory. Explore more than 200 careers at GoArmy.com.
From Peachtree TV, this is the GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Corky Kell Classic.
We have had two great games to start our triple header here at Rome and Barron Stadium, and the third game set to be maybe the main event of them all. Hello, everybody. Creekside getting ready to take on Rome. Of course, the Seminoles, one of the highest-ranked teams in the 5A classification. Rome, the same characteristic, but in 6A, and an incredible showdown coming up here, and both these teams loaded with college prospect. I'll say hello to Rusty Manziel here. We'll talk about a couple of those right now, including for the Seminoles traveling into Barron Stadium to take on Rome tonight. Obviously, one of the names that we'll discuss a lot is Daquan White, big-time defensive back who's a commitment to Eastern Michigan and a guy that's going to put on quite a show tonight.
A guy that plays with a chip on his shoulder, committed to Eastern Michigan. He's all over the field for Creekside. He'll play safety. He'll play corner. They'll use him some at offense. Playmaker, makes them go.
Of course, for the Rome Wolves a year ago, not the postseason they wanted to have, exiting earlier than they're accustomed to. They'll be in a bad mood tonight, and one of the guys that hopes to lead them to a better postseason future here in 2022 is the big-time defensive line commit for the Clemson Tigers, Stefylen Green. What a name to know and what a guy to watch.
You're going to talk about a defensive interior lineman that can take a game over. 91 right there, going to Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, all recruited him hard. Clemson comes in and gets him. That is a big-time football player.
And doesn't it seem like every single year the Rome Wolves tough up front with the defensive line, edge rush, pass rush. We'll see plenty of that from them here tonight. We've got 4 big games at Mercedes-Benz Stadium tomorrow, with the finale of our triple header coming up here from Barron Stadium, and this is the one these folks have been waiting for. Rome against Creekside, among the best in 6A against among the best in 5A, and our opening kickoff is coming up right after this.
Hey, you need any help?
Violation. Too many men on the field.
Superior training means that jobs manned by skilled trades unions take less time with better craftsmanship than workers who are not trained through an apprenticeship program. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
The big seller was no student debt. That was a big thing for me. You work and make money while you're going to school. You learn on the job as well as in school. It's all around. You can't beat it. It's just a good feeling. It's you worked with your hands, you did all that yourself, and it's paying off. And I'm not even through with school yet, you know. My career is just getting started. Looking back, it's a very incredible feeling.
For everything in life, we are here for you. For the struggles, for the celebrations, for the injuries, for the comebacks, for growing families, for growing up, for the goals set, and for the goals achieved, for the routine, for the unexpected, and for everything in between. We are here for you, with you. We care completely. Harbin Clinic.
The Corky Kell Classic is presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Transform your future today.
Welcome back, everybody. Barron Stadium in Rome, and these Rome fans, including those students, getting ready to go. Opening kickoff coming up. Before that, though, let's check out our coin toss presented by Score Atlanta. You see the captains at center of the field, the coin toss taking place, and Rome has won the toss, and so Rome is your coin toss winner there. We'll check out our game officials here or there as well. Also brought to you by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Greg Norton, the referee. Rob Byers, Delano Didron, Brent Dotson, Ryan Norton. That's your field judge. Trevor Gonzalez, Tyler Gonzalez, Joseph Koch, and Paul Giles. And the Wolf is howling over the PA system here. Man, it's been 2 great days, and you see Rome coming out on the field to close out our 3rd night. Rusty, I don't know that we've had a better atmosphere for the Corky Kell Classic thus far this season than what we have right now, with the homestanding Wolves getting ready to go against Creekside, a team coming up from Atlanta with intentions of getting a big win here.
I'm going to show my age. I'm going to steal a quote from Red Dawn. Sooner or later, the 2 baddest dudes are going to fight, and we're about to see it right here.
I think that's the case. Top 5 matchup. Of course, Rome out of 6A. They've got a state championship pedigree, but it was not that kind of season a year ago. Knocked out by Johns Creek in the playoffs. However, they sport a nice ranking, number 3 in 6A coming in tonight. And for Creekside, they are number 2 in the 5A classification after really making a push towards a state championship a year ago. Maurice Dixon doing a great job with that Seminole team. The Rome coaches have a black and white striped ensemble going with the unmistakable Wolves logo.
Wayne
on
Groves
the
right
crest.
there, defensive coordinator to the left. Coming up from Valdosta with John Reed, former Purple Dragon, to give a little bit up on Coach Wayne Groves there, a good friend of mine.
I mean, you got quite a scene here.
Oh, you can feel this one.
You can feel it.
This is heavyweight bout right here.
If it feels bigger than this in Mercedes-Benz Stadium tomorrow, then they're doing
My
something
gracious.
because
Number 12 Alabama commit there, Martavius Collins, tight end, the 2024 class. We got players all over the field.
And we're happy to have you here, whether you're watching on Peachtree TV, streaming on CBS46.com, you live in the state of Georgia, or you're an out-of-towner just kind of see how we doing it here in the Peach State. This is the state of the game right here. Georgia on a Friday night. Final game of the triple header, and we are underway between Creekside and Rome. Kick return opportunity. Left side run, 20-25. Stiff arm knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Nice carry to get going there for the Seminoles from Travis Terrell. 5'10", 188-pound junior gets it started, and we'll see them on offense for the first time now. Led out by quarterback Vincent Berry, who's a guy I think that Maurice Dixon talking to this week is actually really excited about.
Transfer into this program, I'm telling you, there's a lot of buzz about him. The first time I've seen him, I've watched him work out, throw a little bit. The first time I've seen him in live competition. Junior quarterback, new to Creekside.
Roderick McCary wears number 0. That'll be the receiver at the bottom of your screen. We'll see him run it some tonight too. In fact, now they'll shift the formation, and McCary will become a more traditional running back. In motion goes Eric Paul. Hand off to McCrary. McCrary with room up the middle and first down yardage and more. He's up to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 in the first carry of the ball game.
They moved him over to running back this year to get him some more touches, and I'm telling you right now, this is the first time he started running back, and they've got a lot of buzz about him in the preseason. They really like this move for him into the backfield.
Easy to see why there. Rome shows 4-man front. Creekside will bunch up its formation there. Looking at 1st and 10 again. Score strolling underneath, brought to you by our friends at Breda Pass Management. There he goes again. That's McCrary getting another chance to carry the football, and why would you not with success like that? Starting lineup presented by the Georgia Rome Office of Tourism. Keep your eye on the Creekside offensive line. B.J. Williams on the left side, that's a Pitt commit. On the right side, another young guy they like, Brandon Alexander, a guy that they feel really good about, both their offensive tackles. That's strength on strength against Rome tonight.
No doubt. The game is going to be won within this box. Creekside with a huge offensive line.
In motion goes Shane Cully. Looking at 1st down again. One more time for McCrary. McCrary got about 8 or 9 at least that time.
Made by
Rome defense now. Their starting lineups presented by the official Georgia Rome Office of Tourism. I told you about Stephylan Green off the top. That's a Clemson commit. But in the back end of this defense, Martell High playing safety this year. That's a Vanderbilt commit and a guy that we'll see play on both sides of the ball. Rome doesn't have to have two-way players. When you got an athlete the caliber of Height, you want him playing
absolutely
on both sides. A lot of McCrary thus far, every snap to this point in the game.
We talk about Martell Height. Coach Dixon said, look, we talked to some teams about Rome, and Martell Height was the guy they said, look, you better know where he is because he is dangerous.
Saw Height in this stadium a year ago in quite a battle with Travis Hunter. Of course, it was a big night for Collins Hill, but Height had his moments too, going up against what was the nation's top player last season.
Cool.
First and 10 again after the McCrary. This time it's a fake to him. Now looking to throw. Up for grabs. The ball is intended receiver. Not able to come down with that. Barry let it fly, but not able to connect with his intended receiver, Krishawn Lett.
Good pressure there. I think that was Alto Moore, linebacker. Kind of went viral. Did go viral all over the country. We'll talk about that more. But a very daring rescue by some Rome High football players, and number 45 was a part of that. about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, an amazing story for this team. I look forward to discussing that more because this is one of those things that you've seen all across the country because of what they are able to do.
You can see the size of Creekside's offensive line. I mean,
it's one of the things that John Reed told us is that, okay, there's a built-in assumption on the part of maybe those that don't watch high school football on a regular basis that the 6A team may be a favorite over the 5A team, and it may be that Rome is, but it's not because of some sort of size or numbers disadvantage that these two teams at the top of their various classifications essentially play tonight as equals.
My goodness, Stefan.
Pressure coming, and down goes Barry.
They didn't block 91, and they don't do that all night. They're in there. Did you see the communication? They're talking 51 and 56, but nobody blocks 91. Watch how quick he gets up the field. Nobody touches him, and that's something you got to put a body on that guy.
Disruptive to say the least. An example of Clemson still doing really well recruiting those defensive linemen.
Big Burley.
Yep.
They go into Alabama. Peter Woods, number one player in the state of Alabama.
So maybe reports of the Clemson demise after not making the playoff a year ago greatly exaggerated, to use the famous old line. Because at least on that side of the ball, still doing pretty well. Barry looking for time to throw. Won't get it, though. He goes down again. And Rome starting to swarm here a little bit. JT Terrell coming up happy.
This is going, you see 91. They bring the blitz there. Alto Moore, 45, comes up, flushes him out to his defensive line. And 91 and 98 clean it up.
Yeah, Green was there again, too. So a drive that starts out promising for Creekside ends because of a big stand-up defensively from Rome. They'll give us our first chance to see returning starter at quarterback for the Wolves, Reese Fountain, into the game. This is a guy that John Reed, I think, has incredible trust in, and you may see why. Handoff for him on first down. And we'll take a look at these Rome starters after that carry by Jaquavius McDermott. So the Georgia Rome Office of Tourism brings you the Rome Wolves starting lineup. We told you about Reese Fountain, the quarterback. Across the line there, the line of scrimmage. But keep your eye on number 12. That's Martavius Collins. That's the tight end. It's an Alabama commit for the 2024 class. And really a part of a kind of a neat trend in Georgia right now of incredible tight ends. Rome's got one of the best when it comes to Collins. That's McDermott getting the ball through the air that time after the carry on first down. And let's see the starting lineups for Creekside defensively here. Once again, brought to you by the Georgia Rome Office of Tourism. We highlighted Daquan White in our open. That's a name to remember, but also take a look at guys like Robert McCrary playing here on both sides. Terrell as well.
Big nose guard, new to the program, Creekside, transfers over from Lovejoy. Georgia's offered him. Arkansas's offered him.
An option pitch here. DK Daniel getting involved, but Daquan White was in the backfield, not wanting to hear about that.
Well, they are fast up front, man. Look, they're coming.
Flying in the backfield to wrap up Daniel on that. Quickly, it's fourth down. So both these defenses asserting themselves early. And for Creekside, that's White and Terrell back to return this punt. Guard high will send it away.
Good punt.
Going to be returnable 30-yard line. Now 40, 45, and out of bounds right there.
Flag. Oh, we got a flag.
Uh-oh, look out. You could feel the tension here before the game began. The intensity. And it kind of erupts here right now on just a little bit of a collision out of bounds. And cooler heads are hopefully going to prevail here. You'll pull folks out. But I'm telling you, this was an intense feeling. Nobody was doing anything wrong before the game.
Yep.
But you could just sort of tell that everybody was on edge. And a little bit of pushing and shoving, but it seems to have ended with little consequence other than some flags being thrown. You've got the Creekside coaching staff, at least some members of that, coming all the way over to help pull their players back off.
Yeah, I told you. It's been a little social media talk.
Yep.
And these two teams, they're not going to back down from each other. But you want to see a good, clean game. I think you're going to see that.
Yeah, I mean, look, Terrell has the punt return. You fly out of bounds. Opposing guys end up on the other sideline. I don't think either one of us are scandalized by a little pushing and shoving situation like that. You just got to pull people off and get back to it. And obviously, the problem for the officiating crew is we're early first quarter, so, and I know they understand this. They're going to want to assert themselves now to make sure the game does stay under control, which they clearly will do. This is a veteran crew. We saw this group do the 4A state championship game a year ago. So, these are sharp guys and folks helping us out with this. But you want to assert yourself here right now because there are a lot of tensions on this field.
They will absolutely have some flags here. I don't know if this is going to be offsetting, someone throw punches. They're definitely having a long discussion there and seem to be writing something down. So you would hope someone is not ejected.
I do, and I didn't see a punch thrown. It doesn't mean it didn't happen because this was all happening in real time. But, I mean, in a game like this, I think you want both teams certainly at their full strength, and so you don't want an early disqualification related to that. I don't have an indication there's going to be, but obviously when you have that kind of thing happening on the sideline and flags fly in, somebody clearly saw something.
Yep, and it got, it's you just want to see two teams of this caliber, clean game, nobody ejected. I think let's take a deep breath. Both teams very, very physical. A lot of pride here, but I'm telling you, they're having a very long discussion. I'm telling you now, that is, somebody may sit this one out.
Well, you hope not, but if that's what was seen, then obviously you have no choice but to call the game the way it is. Now, Maurice Dixon on the far side from where we are right now, going to bring his entire team together. He's going to talk to them. John Reed's done a version of that with this Rome team, although they're not huddled at the moment, but you see Creekside all right there.
That is Roderick McQuarrie's dad. Rance McQuarrie. He is a coach at Creekside, longtime assistant.
So you got veteran coaching staffs on both sides here.
After the play, we have a personal foul on the red, we have a personal foul on the white, and we have a personal foul on the red. At the end of the play, we'll mark off 15 yards against the red for a first down.
Okay, so they were just making sure it was 2-1 on the penalty. Nobody gets ejected, and Rome winds up getting 15 yards on that. You see Coach Dixon getting the discussion right now from the referee.
And I commend the officiating crew. Take time to work all that out and make sure you got it right. And we've all seen examples in sports where sometimes review situations take too long or something like that. In this particular case, I would say this is the right time to take that time, make sure you got it right. And it's 2 personal fouls on Rome, 1 on Creekside, so it's going to be to Creekside's benefit here by 15 yards. And you're guessing John Reed's not happy about that. Seemed to have a little bit of an extra conversation, and the deliberation with Coach Dixon on the Creekside sideline is continuing too, but maybe now you can kind of settle in and just sort of play some football.
Yep. Everybody take a deep breath. You understand that penalties, you'll cost your team with something like this, so.
And of course, over the years, both these teams experienced in the playoff, they know what pressure-packed, tense moments feel like, and you kind of create that in the season opener here, but these are guys who've been there before. And there you see Stephon Green. Good look at him, and it's a good-looking young man on his way to Clemson. So mark off the 15 yards. You hear maybe a little bit of booing coming from the Rome side on that. They're not happy, but that's all over with now, and Creekside gets a chance to go back out there on offense. New quarterback in the game there too. Going to bring in Jaden Marsh. Handoff going the way of McCrary. Flag comes down again. You had Jalen Marsh in at quarterback on that play. And you had McCrary carrying the ball, something he's done a lot of here so far this evening.
It's something we've seen all day. Good, crisp football, minimal flags. Two talented teams like this. Don't want to see this turn into a penalty fest. So we want to get heads cooled off here.
With 6:55 first quarter play, Brandon Adams, Rusty Mansell, the third of our triple header from Barron Stadium in Rome, looking ahead to 4 great games tomorrow in the biggest stadium of them all here in the Atlanta area, at least, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's where we're looking forward to being. Marsh remains at quarterback, faking the handoff, now looking for his chance to throw. He's 45-40 and spinning out of bounds there. Coming over to knock him out of bounds was Antoine Carey, the defensive back.
Yeah, good job here climbing the pocket again. Picks up 11.
Vickerson steps off. Looking at 2nd 10 now. Marsh looks back over towards the sideline. 3-man front defensively. Linebackers creep up for Rome. Handoff hitting the backfield. Pulling it out to quarterback Marsh. He gets a big hit for his trouble there, but Stefan Green thought he had that play read, and the quarterback Marsh pulled the ball back out.
I tell you what, Green unloads right there on McQuarrie, but didn't have the ball, so it's a good job on the keep. Reads the penetration and keeps it. You do not want to have an evening of taking hits from 91. Big play here, 3rd and 8. Brandon.
It is 3rd and 8 coming up here. No score in our game, still early going. Movement.
See
the moving back here.
The juice, the jitters of a game like this.
On the offense. That penalty is 5 yards. Still 3rd down.
We were talking about a primetime game kickoff at 9:30.
Yeah.
About 90% of the state is home now.
It's almost like an old school Monday Night Football. Remember when Monday Night Football used to start at 9 p.m.?
Beg your dad. Let me get one half.
I remember that.
1/2 of Jim Zorn.
I used to be the kid begging to stay up. Now I've got a kid that begs to stay up for some of these Monday Night Football games. It's funny how it never changes.
Yep.
On 3rd down. Ball comes loose. Quarterback has to fall on it.
Yep.
Big play defensively by Rome in the backfield, and disrupted was Tyson Brown, the defensive end.
I'll tell you right now, they are having all kind of trouble with this Rome defensive line. It's really some communication type things. That guy can't, Tyson comes in free right there. See how quick he's on him? So I think it's a communication. We'll see if Creekside can make that adjustment. But man, the strength of this Rome team is that front four. Another young man that was involved in the viral saving of a lady here, and we'll talk about that at one point here in the game.
So Martell Heights back to receive. We told you about this athlete committed to Vanderbilt. You may get a chance to see that right here, and Marsh going to stay in and punt. Here comes Roman, a bouncing snap, low, lucky to get it away. It's going to wobble its way around the 36, finally rolled down to 35. So not a great punting situation, in part because of the low snap. Rome gets it back. 4:43 first quarter, no score as of yet. Great one brewing here in our Corky Kell Classic.
Hurry into Mattress Firm and shop Tempur-Pedic's best sale of the year. Right now, you can save up to $700, plus get a $300 instant gift, and pay 0% interest for 72 months. Only at Mattress Firm, America's #1 Tempur-Pedic retailer.
Where are you meant to be? Leading teams here, taking paid time off here, letting your skills shine here, or here, or here. Wherever you're meant to be, 110 helps you get there. Based on your skills, we match talented Black job seekers with high-paying careers that don't require college degrees, helping you land the salary, benefits, and work-life balance you deserve. Empower your career with 110 and get to where you're meant to be.
This is supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. It's fast. So gaming with your niece has never felt more intense. Hey, what does this button do?
No, don't!
Welcome to the fastest internet on the largest gig speed network.
Are you crying, Uncle Ed?
No! A little.
Only from Xfinity. Unbeatable internet made to do anything, so you can do anything.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's best Labor Day sale ever. Get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. And save up to $700 on top brands like Serta and Beautyrest. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase. Only at Mattress Firm.
Back here live, Barron Stadium in Rome. No score between Creekside and Rome. We'll get back to live action in a moment. But first, a very special announcement for all the high school football players in our audience from the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons have teamed up with Ticketmaster, and they partnered together for an all-new high school football ticket program. For more information on how you can get a free ticket to see the Atlanta Falcons play, visit atlantafalcons.com/high school tickets or scan the QR code on the bottom of the screen. So Rome gets it back, looking for the game's first points, and continue to follow the scores underneath. You see Blessed Trinity on top of Calhoun, 17-14. That's third quarter action. Josh Niblett making his Gainesville debut. They're 27-7 over Allen Chadwick and Marist in the third quarter. Interesting week one game between the War Eagles and the Red Elephants. Fountain back to work at quarterback, hard count.
Prior to the snap, ball start on the offense. That penalty is 5 yards, still first down.
So trying to disrupt the timing of Creekside, may have done the same thing to his own guys. Nice red and gold motif for Rome. Classic look.
Yeah, definitely classic look.
Fountain with the handoff, and busy in the backfield is Creekside. Both these defenses looking great so far.
Yep, Creekside defensively is extremely talented as well. See McQuarrie playing nickel safety there. Got Collins at tight end here.
Second down, 18. In motion goes Daniel, the running back. Fountain looking for some time. Doesn't really have it. He's going to go down again. First man through on that was Kerry Morrow, the linebacker. But they had Fountain swallowed up.
They are coming right now. They are bringing extra bodies. And both defenses right now are imposing their will.
No doubt about that. Now looking at 3rd and 21 after the sack on Fountain. Fountain's earned his stripes in this Rome program and the trust of Coach John Reed. Flag coming in. Fountain will throw. Height is there to make the catch. It's obviously well short of the first down, and it's not obvious that it's going to count. So let's see the indication here.
Legal shift on the offense. That penalty is declined.
So the Creekside defense bows its back, and that's been kind of what we traded back and forth here between these two defensive sides, which in a lot of ways is probably not a surprise.
No.
There's clearly tons of strength on both those units.
The points will be a premium tonight.
So they'll bring on guard high to punt again. Punt away, pretty good one. Gonna bounce and goes out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And that'll give Creekside a chance to come back on offense. So we'll take another quick break, come back and show you plenty more football. Still looking for our first points.
For everything in life, we are here for you. For the struggles, for the celebrations, for the injuries, for the comebacks, for growing families, for growing up, for the goals set, and for the goals achieved, for the routine, for the unexpected and for everything in between. We are here for you, with you. We care completely. Harbin Clinic.
The Georgia Sheet Metal JETC equips apprentices with the knowledge and skills required to start a rewarding career in the sheet metal industry with programs in HVAC, industrial welding, and testing, adjusting, and balancing. Training is 100% free and allows apprentices to earn as they learn. Journeymen graduate with no student debt and have the potential to earn more than most college graduates. Visit our website to learn more about this opportunity at careersinsheetmetal.com.
Today's enterprises are migrating to the cloud to keep pace with the adoption of digital transformation. In this enterprise of the future, DevSecOps will drive organizations to innovate, accelerate, and automate. Oracy provides expertise in automation, integration, and security tools, reducing waste and driving speed to profitability. With our world-class partnerships, we bring the right mix of people, process, and technology to your DevSecOps journey, from start to finish. Oracy.
I need to try it first.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Corky Kell Classic is sponsored by Sports Turf. You bring the vision, we'll bring it to life. Zaxby's, indescribably good chicken fingers and wings. The Technical College System of Georgia. Meaningful careers start here. Smart Local 85. Get your sheet together. And by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613, Atlanta's Electricians.
Back here live, Barron Stadium in Rome, 0-0 our score, 3:12 to go in the first quarter. Third game of the day for us. Both the previous games were really good games, as this one has been thus far. The tone of this one very different, much more defensive oriented. A lot of old school slobber knocker, I guess the phrase you want to use. We've had a lot of that kind of thing here.
You see what Creekside wants to do. They got McQuarrie in early, another running back there. They're coming right at Rome. And Kerry Morrow
content to stay with Jalen Marsh, a quarterback.
Yeah.
Looking at second 6. You see trips right there at the top of your screen, kind of stacked. But for now, no reason to do anything other than that right there, which is keep running that football. Roderick McCrary.
Yeah, they're coming right at him right here. You know, Brandon, we hadn't mentioned this, but Rome had their scrimmage postponed and canceled. So this is the first live action for them. So they're going to work through some things. Creekside played Alpharetta last week, had a chance to see their team, see what they needed to work on. So Rome really just now getting to see what they've got and what they need to fix.
Interesting to talk to Maurice Dixon about that. It did not go well. Creekside did not play well against Alpharetta, but Dixon seemed to keep his composure about that. Oh, a chance there for Krishawn Lett to come up with a big catch, but not able to do so.
And he made no excuses.
Yeah, he did not. He said he did not play well.
Yep.
And, you know, you don't want to say that it didn't matter to him, but he almost had the idea of like an NFL preseason type game, which I guess what the scrimmage is supposed to be. That clearly he knew it was more important to play well tonight than it was in that scrimmage situation against Alpharetta. Some personnel changes at wide receiver. Lyman down on a knee.
Rome shows blitz, and they come.
Marsh through the hands of his intended receiver and almost intercepted. So the pass was intended for Travis Terrell. It goes through his hands, and then the deflection on that created the opportunity for an interception.
Grant Bullard almost gets this one here. Tip ball. To have that
had his
back.
chance at that.
Yep.
Instead, it's 3rd and 10. Good look at Bullard right there, the linebacker. A senior. 4 receivers. Throw coming and a big hit, and I mean a big one.
Alto Moore, 2024.
Alto Moore.
Yes, and we've got, he's down. I think he's going to get up, but he took a shot.
That was a big hit for Moore on 3rd down.
Michigan.
Marsh slow to get up, and he's walking slowly off the field after that.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Alto Moore, 2024 linebacker, Michigan State, South Florida. Several schools have offered him. Mel Tucker, the first offer on him.
How about the job that Mel Tucker did at Michigan State a year ago?
How about the contract Mel Tucker got?
Big time. Tucker utilized the transfer portal very well last season, and also showing his ability to make some waves in the high school recruiting world too. See the first 3 drives for Creekside. Low snap, no chance to get the punt off, and that's a big break for Rome. They've got great field positions. They go back on offense as another low snap becomes a big issue.
Yep, big play there. Just drops it.
Yeah, you're right. I called it a low snap, but in actuality, it was probably plenty able to be handled, just kind of a mishandled punt opportunity.
Early season special teams we talk about.
So that sets up well for Rome, and you see what they've done offensively to this point in time. Just 3 yards through 2 drives so far, and far more penalty yards than that, more than 6 times the penalties.
You see the big 6'7" white visor there. A lot of people recognize that. That is former UGA offensive lineman Dan Inman.
Great to see a former Dog on the coaching staff here at Rome.
See if Rome takes a shot right here. Momentum off of the turnover.
Fountain going to roll right, pitch back left. Coming back is DK Daniel with a wall of Wolves in front of him, and he's going to make his way down inside the 1. Give him 21 yards in the carry, and he's as close to the goal line as you can be without getting in, but they said it was stopped short.
What a nice call on 1st down. Use this speed. Look at everybody going one way. They come back with a reverse, and DK Daniel pushes it to the 1.
75 seconds in the quarter. Fountain, we're in the red zone, presented by Northside Hospital. Creekside keeps them out, though, on the 1st down play.
Chance Arthur, 2025 running back, played last year at Kennesaw Mountain, had a big game against Allatoona at Rome this year. Dad took a job here on the defensive staff.
There you go. Arthur stays in at tailback, getting the carry again, and he's got no problem making his way into the end zone from 1 yard out.
That is a powerful young man.
Rome capitalizes on the special teams miscue, takes advantage of the short field, and they've got a 6-0 lead.
Moving bodies there and just follows his block. Easy touchdown for Chance Arthur. Rome takes an early lead.
First touchdown of the season for the Wolves, and obviously the first for Arthur there too. Extra point coming. Hold is down, kick is away, and it is good. Diego Cordone gives Rome a 7-0 lead, much to the delight of a whole bunch of people here at Barron Stadium. They waited for points, but they found their wait rewarded with a Chance Arthur touchdown. Now, if you're Creekside, you got to try to find a way to shake off the special teams issue and see if you can put something together as we head towards the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, I mean, just a special teams miscue early.
Let's check out our scoring summary brought to you by Breda Pest Management. Not much to that drive, just 3 plays, 22 yards. The big carry, setting that up by Daniel, the story, and of course the Arthur 1-yard touchdown run after that takes up 54 seconds of the clock, and it comes right near the end of the 1st quarter here. Of course, that scoring summary brought to you by Breda Pest Management.
Man, it's hard to see that number 6 in Rome and not think about Jemias Griffin and the career he had here. Now at Oregon State, transfer.
And by the way, Jonathan Smith is doing a great job as head coach at Oregon State. That's a high-powered offense. You know, the Oregon program gets a lot of the attention, but what's happening there in Corvallis doesn't make a lot of news down here, but actually turned into a pretty good program. Returnable kick for Terrell. He'll take it at his 10. Does not get a block. And he's going to go down inside the 20, and a flag comes in again. And we've got more extracurricular stuff.
Yeah, we got multiple flags there.
So a little bit of a tangled up situation at the end of that play. And referees used a little bit of a light touch the first time they had this, and I don't know if that's going to be the case if much more of this goes on.
Nope.
So we've had a little bit of an issue with the ref, Mike. I know they were working on that a moment ago. Yep. We'll see if we can get that cleared up. But it's a shot block on the return team, and that seems to be the source of the frustrations that led to some pushing and shoving after the play. And actually, that's, I guess, the only call there is. So there was a little bit of a wrestling match going on, but not enough to warrant a penalty.
This is where Creekside.
You saw Marsh, who was in at quarterback before, get shaken up really bad on that previous play, but he's now back in the game.
Yep.
Not the original starter, but he is in now.
This is where you're very dangerous here if you drop back, because Rome is going to get penetration with this defensive line.
They are in a lonely place, backed up against their own end zone. Rome band not too far behind them. Handoff and nowhere to go. That Rome defensive front builds a wall at the line of scrimmage.
I'm telling you now, this front seven for Rome is for real.
It was McCrary again, but nowhere near as successful as some of his earlier runs. Now you're looking at second down.
Both defensive lines.
Oh, yeah.
Creekside as well. Anything tonight's going to be hard to come by.
It's Tyson Brown right there on your screen. That's Stephylin Green right there in the kind of the middle of your frame, number 91. That's the Clemson commit. Handoff to McCrary. Shakes free in the backfield. Better hurry. And he's going to get dragged down. A helmet came off. That's accidental. Yeah. McCrary chased down from the backside. It was J.T. Terrell's helmet who came off, but it is a relentless chase from Rome up front at the moment.
Justin Terrell Jr., number 98, comes in. Stephylin Green cleans it up.
This Rome defensive front as advertised as the first quarter comes to an end. Wolves also looking at a 7-point lead as well. More to come right after this.
Cars built with safety in mind, even for those guys.
Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the spacious 2022 Atlas. Limited inventory available.
Roots and wings.
Think it's this way.
The two greatest gifts any parent can give their kid.
Oh, this is nice.
Of course, then there are groceries, laundry detergent, notebook paper, ironing instructions.
You know how to use this, right?
Yes, ma'am. And futons that assemble with parts left over. At Ingalls, we know that life's biggest steps are best taken with faith and trust in the ones you love the most.
Knock 'em dead.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Where are you meant to be? Leading teams here, taking paid time off here, letting your skills shine here, or here, or here. Wherever you're meant to be, 110 helps you get there. Based on your skills, we match talented Black job seekers with high-paying careers that don't require college degrees, helping you land the salary, benefits, and work-life balance you deserve. Empower your career with 110 and get to where you're meant to be.
The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the 2022 Taos starting at $23,495. Limited inventory available.
Welcome back, everybody. Start of the second quarter on its way. You see the great-looking Rome Wolf mascot there. And he's got plenty to be happy about at the moment with the Wolves on top 7-0 as our second quarter gets ready to get going. Tremendous atmosphere here tonight in Barron Stadium. For about the last century, high school football games like this have been taking place right here.
This stadium is 98 years old. That is incredible.
Rusty, what was it like seeing it first being built?
Oh, well, I think I played in the first game. The old Notre Dame wing tee. There was a lot of excitement when it was getting built.
3rd and 9. Creekside back in the end zone. Uh-oh, be careful here. Yeah. Just barely got it away, and a big chase was coming from Stefan Green. That's the last thing you want to deal with.
I'm telling you, he'll take a game over. 91 will flat out take a game over. Look at the push. They try to double team him. Quarterback's got to know he's got to get rid of this thing because you got about 3.5 seconds. You got to turn that thing loose.
Well, and this is just the way football is. You double team Green, which is not necessarily a bad decision, but you run the risk of just full-on implosion because, I mean, I've already seen Tyson Brown, for instance, the defensive end. He's had a big game, and you've got a penalty coming in here.
Intentional ground and safety in the end zone.
Okay, so intentional grounding happening in the end zone is going to result in 2 points for Rome. And that gets a big reaction from the Rome defense. They head off the field, and they're greeted by John Reed there.
Coach Wayne Groves, defensive coordinator there, long time, been here with Coach Reed from day one.
So let's see it here. Just relentless pressure at the moment.
Yep, nobody's
yeah, I think it's the right call.
Yep, nobody's in the screen.
So make it 9-0 Rome now.
And they get the ball back.
That's right. And if you're Creekside, be careful here.
Yes.
Be careful here.
Not let this thing snowball on you. Had a lot of energy. Got a great defense. Kind of had to know you're going to have to fight for every point you had tonight, but you don't want to give up safeties and special teams turnovers.
You just don't want to face this Rome team so close to your own end zone. It is a tough assignment if that's where you find yourself. So once again, with a kick from the 20, it could create a return opportunity. Keep your eye here. It's going to be Daniel getting a chance to do that, looking for some blocking, being patient in the moment. Now cuts upfield and gets up to about the 39-yard line. Rugby scrum to follow on that, but it's Rome with the football in pretty good field position and nursing a 9-point lead.
How about the statement from Buford tonight? Beating two-time defending state champions in 7A in Alabama, 38-7.
Big, massive statement there, and it echoes the conversation a lot of folks are having of, well, can Buford move up to 7A and win the state championship?
I can guarantee you they can.
I think you've even labeled them as the favorite in 7A.
To me, they are. Now, it's a long way to go, but you have to pick one. I'm picking Buford right now.
Of course, we'll see a lot of good 7A schools tomorrow inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Rusty and I'll split up there. He's had enough of me. I'll have Jeff Sintel on hand for the Norcross Brookwood game. Rusty will have the doubleheader for the nightcap. There goes Collins. First chance to see him catch the football today.
Yes.
Martavius Collins, the Alabama commit. Rusty, I thought John Reed brought up a good point this week. We talked to him about Collins and the fact that there are so many wide receivers, I should say tight ends now, that look like wide receivers. Yes. That's not really what Collins is. He's got big legs, kind of a low center of gravity.
Yes.
He's a bigger body than kind of what you sometimes come to expect from some tight ends. Football falls out on that running play. Bounced around a little bit, but they're going to say he's down.
Yeah, you look at Collins, he's 240 right there, how thick he is, lower body. And I've told him a long time he's going to play D-line, and he tells me he's going to play tight end. You know what? He's playing tight end.
Playing tight end. Coach Reed also kind of related an interesting story about, he's had a lot of great college prospects, and when you have that experience, you can obviously give that experience over to your players, and, pretty clear from their conversations back and forth that Alabama was going to be that #1 school for Collins, and if that's the case, then why not just go ahead and pull the trigger, which is what he did not all that long ago.
Delay game on the offense. That penalty is 5 yards. Still third down.
The tie there is former Georgia quarterback Joe Cox. Tight end coach Alabama, lead recruiter on Martavis Collins, beats out Ohio State for him. At one point in the summer, I thought he was going to end up at Ohio State, but Joe Cox comes in on the next class and gets him to verbally commit.
Cox got to start with Mike Bobo at Colorado State. Is that right? Followed to South Carolina, now at Alabama. Fountain throwing, that's Martell Height. First catch of the night for Height, the Vanderbilt commit. He pays a little bit of a price for that. Nice hit from Travis Terrell. But Height now involved in the offense, and you'll watch him all night long in every phase of the game.
Look how long he is. Look at his arms. I love Martell. Barton Simmons, general manager there at Vanderbilt, good friend of mine. When they flipped him from Louisville, that is a very good sign for Vanderbilt because Louisville tried everything to hold on. Martell just told me he liked Nashville. He liked the connections, the education, and he thinks they're doing really good things there.
It's also been a great cycle for Louisville, too. To lose a battle like that when they've been winning a lot, somehow, some way, they've won a lot of these. And that's an example of Vanderbilt getting involved. Fountain was going to throw, then pumped it, held on to it, and finally just went for it to get what he could get.
I think they wanted to hit Collins in the flat there. And Creekside jump C12 in motion. He's going to turn quick.
I mean, if there's any hesitation whatsoever, their speed, like it is from Gary Green, the defensive end, closing in on you.
Fountain recent offered. Sanford offered him. Georgia Southern offered him. It's 2024, like I said, with 3-year starter. Coach Reed spoke really high. Said the step for Reese Fountain.
Illegal shift on the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Was the ability to extend the play now. He's bigger. Another year in the weight room at Rome, and he was really excited about what he thought Reese Fountain can do as a junior.
I mean, how much does that experience help you right now?
Invaluable.
And at a place like this, I mean, first of all, who he's battling and gets in practice every day, but also, I mean, being the quarterback of Rome is a pretty pressure-packed situation.
Kind of got thrust into it as a freshman. An injured young man, Caleb Eller, who's a baseball player at Mercer, gets injured. John Reed wants a timeout.
Martell Height was in as a Wildcat quarterback, and it's actually Rome that takes the timeout. So you maybe thought Creekside was caught off guard, but it's actually Rome that didn't like the look with Height in the Wildcat position. So we'll take this timeout with them. Rome's on top 9-0. We're back after this.
Are you the one others rally around? Inspire soldiers to follow your lead. Want to forge a better future? Start with the structures that support tomorrow's missions. You believe the best offense is a good defense. We've got a great way to prove that theory. Explore more than 200 careers at GoArmy.com.
Sweetheart, please don't forget to wear your seatbelt. I got it, Mom.
It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way.
In the blink of an eye, so many tomorrows can disappear. Buckle up for your future, every trip, every time. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Beginning the morning you opened your eyes, we spent every waking moment preparing you for the day you'd leave our nest. Whether it's driving to practice or helping with homework, it's all prepared you for, what am I going to be when I grow up? Will you be ready?
After much thought, I made my decision to take my talents to the IBEW Local 613.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is not simply a job, it's a career. Visit IBEW613.org to begin a new future today.
Planting season is here, and it's time to get your yard looking its best. So treat your yard to the perfect touch from the professionals at Personal Touch Lawn Care. Mowing, maintenance, design, and construction. Personal Touch Lawn Care does it all.
If my yard is taken care of, it's one thing off my list that I don't have to worry about.
Sign up now for monthly maintenance and get the 12th month free.
Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Personal Touch Lawn Care, 770-908-1238 or online at ptlcatlanta.com.
Before we return back to live action here between Rome and Creekside, I have a special message from our friends at Breda Pest Management, because whether you call them water bugs, palmetto bugs, or roaches, they're just gross. Did you know that roaches shed their skin? It's these molts that cause serious respiratory issues with children and seniors. Well, Breda Pest Management's been servicing Georgia for bugs and critters since 1975. They can take care of that for you there as well. So find them online at BredaPest.com. That's BREDA, BredaPest.com, and trust them today. And they're a big part of what we're doing here with the Corky Kell Classic, including those scores continuing to roll by underneath. And Gainesville still on top of Marist in the Josh Niblett debut for the Red
Niblett, my
Elephants.
goodness. Coming over from Hoover. That will get some attention.
So it's a fourth down situation for Fountain back at quarterback. The previous snap prior to the timeout was Martell Height and a Wildcat, but now back traditionally for the fourth down look.
Encroachment on the defense. That penalty is 5 yards. Still fourth down.
Yeah, so you move them up 5, but that's not enough for the first down, but it will make fourth down much more manageable. And you would assume the decision remains the same to go for it. Up 9 and looking for more. Part of the first Friday night of the season. Of course, we've been going for 2 nights prior to this, and we'll be with you all day tomorrow. And then we've got a great weekend coming up with our Great Atlanta Bash next weekend. Fountain setting up a screen, and it's intercepted.
Oh my goodness, Malik Tullis.
Malik Tullis comes over and gets the interception. Fountain was trying to set up the screen.
Believe they were having the shallow crossing route. See what happens here.
Just a heady play by Tullis.
Yeah, great job there. I think Martell Height was on the shallow crossing behind. Yep, see that? Great play by 99. You don't see that much.
Tullis said, listen, I've gotten tired of these Rome defensive linemen getting all the credit here. Let me show you what I can do here for a moment.
He said, Coach, let me get some touches.
And that kind of changes everything, because you're talking about Rome, even though it was, you know, a fourth down situation. You're talking about Rome driving for more points, up 9. And all of a sudden now the turnover gives football back to Creekside. In motion goes Paul. That's Eric Paul Jr. Now a throw and a
catch.
They're going to say a catch. Yeah, catch and first down. Nice job by Lorenzo York. They call him Zoe, and he comes up with a big catch for Creekside, although the Wolves partisans don't necessarily agree. Actually, they're going to wave it off. Initial indication was a catch, but that was rescinded.
Gotcha. He's got 2 mouthpieces. Hadn't seen that one before. Yeah, good call right there. Nice call. Watch 22 here when he turns around. Am I seeing things? He's got 2 mouthpieces?
Is that what it is? How about the work? How about the work tonight for the Rome defense? 5 sacks.
They
5 different players collected them. That is what this Rome team has been doing for a long time.
My goodness.
Creekside going to take a timeout here. And you sort of get the sense that, you know, they found something with Robert McCrary running the football a little earlier, but they sort of need to find that next offensive weapon.
Yes.
And we'll see if they find that out on the other side of this timeout. So we'll take the timeout with them and come back and show you plenty more football here from Barron Stadium in Rome.
Atlanta Eats is back. That's awesome! That's perfection.
That's awesome.
Whoa. Let's hang.
Don't miss Atlanta Eats at a special time, Saturday night at 10.
Hurry into Mattress Firm and shop Tempur-Pedic's best sale of the year. Right now, you can save up to $700, plus get a $300 instant gift, and pay 0% interest for 72 months. Only at Mattress Firm, America's #1 Tempur-Pedic retailer.
Becoming the #1 certified dealer in all of Georgia was no easy task. It required the highest quality of vehicles at the fairest prices, plus superb customer experiences. Now we've expanded our certified program to include every brand of vehicle. With Beaver Direct, it doesn't matter what brand you choose, they're all certified. Every vehicle will be thoroughly inspected and expertly reconditioned. Each includes a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. Visit us at beaverdirect.com and see for yourself why Beaver Direct is #1.
Everyone's into it. The Roost to Go Kids Back to School Sale. Time to change up your kids' room with beds big on style and function. Starting at $275. Save big on bunks and lofts. Buy a room, get this bonus. $50 off a matching desk from our huge desk collection. There's awesome bedrooms in a ton of go-to styles. Upholstered beds, beds with storage. Plus, get 60-month interest-free financing. Now at the Roost to Go Kids Back to School Sale.
Hurry in to Mattress Firm's best Labor Day sale ever. Get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. And save up to $700 on top brands like Serta and Beauty Rest. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase. Only at Mattress Firm.
Welcome back, everybody. Barron Stadium, Rome. Wolves up 9-0 over Creekside. We'll get back to live action, but first, let's check in on the 2022 Georgia Elite Classic Recruiting Report presented by Ford. And Rusty, all kinds of names you could look at from really both of these rosters.
Yeah, look at Jaden Harmon right there. He's out right now. That's a 2025 safety. I'm at practice in the spring. Nebraska coach is here. He asked Coach Reed, who is this guy? He gives him his first offer on the spot. That's the next guy. Everybody talks about the next one, but 6'2 safety. He'll be back at some point this season. Already picked up an offer from Nebraska, 2025 defensive back.
And of course, speaking of the Georgia Elite Classic, where we stand here will be the site for that game coming up in December. And if you blink your eyes, it'll essentially be December.
No doubt. Let's don't speed it up too much.
I know it. Let's enjoy every moment of this as we just get started here for this 2022 season. But we'll look forward to eventually being back here during the holidays for that great all-star.
Look forward to it. Got a little something on my sleeve on that one this year.
Always full of surprises is Rusty Mansell, and I love that. There's the handoff. Running back runs into his own man, and then the offensive lineman gets tripped up at the process.
This is what makes Rome special, because they're getting pressure with 4. They're not bringing anybody. Those 4 are getting the best of those 5. And when you do that, it allows you to do so much on the back end.
Told you about McCrary kind of being the sum total of the offense right now. He's got 39 yards. You know, the rest of the team less than really negative yards on the day. So you kind of see that there. 38 total yards on 8 attempts, but minus 15 yards combined for the rest of the offense. That's got to change for Creekside here if they're going to cut into this lead. Time to throw. Gets it away, and it's caught. 45-yard line. That'll go a long way towards changing that. Creshawn Lett comes up with a catch.
Yes. And they give him time right here. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. Turns it loose. Good job.
A deep drop like that probably helps a little bit, too.
Helps,
a little more space between you and
off his back foot, but he throws a spiral. When you're staring down the hole of that front 4, you do anything you can to get rid of the ball. Nice job.
I would agree. High snap, handoff, some room. Roderick McCrary again, this time up to the 45, gets about 4.
That's what they've got to have, Brendan. They have got to have manageable 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. Even with a bad snap, throws off the timing. Good job there just to get upfield and get 4 or 5.
Piecing it together here.
Yep, actually think 5. 6. They give him 6, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, better spot than I gave it credit for.
Yep.
So Marsh to McCrary again. McCrary just collides with Darius Smith, the linebacker. Kind of wins that battle and will help move the chains for Creekside.
They'll call him 5'11", 205. Roderick, I love you. Love your dad. He's 5'9", but that is packing 200 pounds. I'm telling you, 5'9", 5'11", doesn't matter. He is in behind those pads, and I've been impressed with him.
They've needed every ounce that he's given them so far tonight, and he's given them everything that he has. Throwing again, that's Lett again. Second catch on this drive for him.
Yep.
And he gets down to the 30.
And it's just a nice, easy toss. You know what I mean? The 1,001, turn this thing loose, 2-step drop. Almost 1, 2, bam, out of your hands. And if they're playing off, let's take that yards. Turns it into a gain of 9.
That brings up second short. They can be aggressive here if they want to, but what they're doing right now is working.
Yeah, they may toss this to Roderick.
Better hurry, though. Got his man, 20, 15, on his feet at the 10-yard line. That's let once again.
I think we got a holding call.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I think we got a holding call.
You had that sort of dam burst, and you had the entire Rome, pass rush. And that's a hold that helped happen way back there. So he had connected with Let, but that's not going to count.
Holding on the offense. That penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul. We play it second down.
Yeah, folks, that's not 10 yards from the original line of scrimmage. That's 10 yards from the spot.
Yeah,
so
that is a brutal.
That's going to hurt you.
That was second one, Brandon.
That's going to hurt you.
Second one.
That is a killer.
Yeah, that's a.
So the entire scenario different now. Looking at second 21.
Second 21.
Technically speaking, back on the other side of the 50-yard line. Although just by an inch or two. Hand out to McCrary again. And how about McCrary busted right up the middle. 30-yard line for him. 20-yard carry from McCrary.
McCrary said, you know what? I'll just get it back.
That's right.
They've had some success running right at them.
And that's kind of always been the thing, going back to like Reggie White days, things like that.
Yes.
Don't let the big defensive lineman chase you down. Yeah. At least take him head on so he doesn't become even more disruptive.
This is definitely 2-down territory.
5:45 coming up on that in our second quarter. High snap. McCrary again. Why would you go away from him?
Absolutely.
And they don't. He moves the chains on a third down play. So keep up with the swings of momentum here.
Turnover.
Second one turns into a second 21 after the penalty, and then 2 McCrary carries. All of a sudden now they got a fresh set of downs again.
Fresh set of downs. Starting to lean on this Rome defensive line a little bit with his size.
It's been, when they've gone through the air in this drive, it's been Let, but he's off for now. Off the back foot, throwing. That's a completion at the 14-yard line. There to haul it in is Lorenzo York. Second catch of the day for York.
Yeah, he just basically a waggle pass here. Got a backside drag on a bootleg. And this layer, the guy in the front, the second guy's coming through on a drag route, and he hits him.
First and 10 now from the 14. As Marsh starts to seemingly feel more comfortable.
Yeah, they found something here.
A lot of pressure being shown by Rome.
A lot of room here at the bottom on the slot receiver. See if they just throw the ball. See the coverage here a little deep.
Yeah, that's York who had the catch a moment ago. Slot on the left side. Just gets rid of it quick towards the end zone. Receiver tried to turn around, but he's out of bounds. That was blanket coverage. Javian Winston had the coverage on that, and they tried to get it to Let, not able to do that.
Good job using out of bounds to help him there.
How about our fan of the game presented by Gordo's Cheese Dip? And we've had a lot of great fans here tonight, and these fans incredibly into this one right now. And that Rome student section, I love to see it. I tell you, these great student sections each and every week, I just never get enough of it. And I know they could probably put away some Gordo's cheese dip. If I had to guess.
That'd be a lot of cheese dip if you unloaded right there right now.
If I had to guess, they could probably do it. Congratulations to our fans of the game, courtesy of Gordo's Cheese Dip. Here we go. Pass, end zone, little bump on Let prior to that. Yeah, that's enough for a flag. Enough for a flag on Let, or not on Let, but against coverage on him.
Defensive pass interference. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. Still second down.
All right. Half the distance remains, second down.
Now they're going to go power here. They come in big body here. They bring in 95 defensive linemen.
They are not trying to disguise much here right now.
And they get a movement.
Yeah.
Whew. Drive a coach absolutely nuts right there.
Snap. False start on the offense. That penalty is 5 yards. Still thinking that.
You practice that all preseason. We're going to go jumbo set, big body, and those big guys start leaning a little bit, and it's hard to stop that
And
start.
what's funny is, you had McCrary essentially moving forward, obviously, before the ball was snapped. So the timing on that was pretty well off across the board.
They're coming back with it.
Marsh turns around, talks to McCrary. It's been a big day for him carrying the football already. Wearing number 0. Power set. Hand to McCrary. Nowhere for him to go.
Good job by Bullard there, 32. Recognize the same set, same play. He's coming off the edge this time. Watch Bullard, 32, come off the edge and just make that hit in the backfield. Good job.
Yeah, good play there by the linebacker. 4 minutes now in our first half.
Let's play Grant Bullard.
Creekside desperately trying to get on this scoreboard. Rome trying to do what it's done so far all night long, which is make big defensive stands. Marsh will be from the shotgun. Going to give. Fighting forward. McCrary on the carry.
Man, they go shoe to shoe. Look at the splits right here. I mean, it's shoe to shoe.
Yeah.
Nice run there.
It is.
Picked up, what, 4?
Yeah, it's going to make it, 4th down, but short,
4th and 2.
2 yards.
If they go same set here, son. And they are shoe-to-shoe power.
Yeah,
again.
here we go. It's just going to be man-on-man right now. McCrary again. He runs into wall and gets pushed back. It depends on where they stop the forward momentum.
Big time hit. Whoa,
yeah.
Wow. He lowers his helmet on McCrary and he goes backwards.
Big time play.
Man, what a hit.
And Rome is held on 4th down again. So Coach Dixon content to feed who they've been feeding all night long when it comes to Ryder McCrary, but this time not able to get it done on 4th down. So now from his own end zone, you'll see Reese Fountain go back to work for Rome. Handoff, and actually a nice play by Fountain to hold on to the football. That's a great, smart move there, and buys himself plenty of space, getting out of the shadow of his own end zone, and that's what you do with a third-year starter quarterback.
Absolutely, great read there. Sees the penetration across his face, pulls the ball on the mesh, and gets upfield for a first down. Nice play by Fountain coming back after the turnover last series.
And weren't you just talking a moment ago about becoming more impactful with his legs?
That's what Coach Reed said.
Fountain will hand it off this time. Creekside is there. So Arthur, who had the touchdown earlier, got a chance to carry it. Not much doing that time. First man in there with a chance to make that stop. Jordan Supa. Good look at the Rome cheerleaders. The big R right there on the front. Fountain throwing, got his man, and it is caught.
Wow.
Nice catch by D.K. Daniel, the running back. who's carried the football some today, also playing some wide receiver too.
Ball a little underthrown, doesn't matter. DK Daniel, watch him come back for it. Good job right there. Great job to get your feet in bounds.
Big drive here if Rome can keep this going after getting the 4th down stop.
And they're having a hard time getting running right now.
Mm-hmm. You see Arthur again trying to find something, and against this Creekside front, there's just not much to be had.
Some big bodies up front, man. Big bodies up front.
Arthur remains in as the tailback. Standing to the left of Fountain, he's got 3 receivers bunched on the left side. Fountain looks that way and throws and finds Daniel. Daniel hit right away.
Nice ball there.
Kevin Gray makes the tackle, but nice pickup by Daniel prior to that. Making it 3rd and about 3.
Fountain feels the pressure from his right side, steps up, delivers a nice ball in there. 3rd and 3 here.
Yeah, Rome's going to call a timeout and talk about it.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
That's their second charge timeout.
Any points here heading towards the end of the half would be a big deal given the way the game has flowed. Let's check out our team resume here, brought to you by Smart Local 85. For Rome, not the kind of year the Wolves expected to have last year, nor the kind of year they're pleased with. 8-3 and knocked out by Johns Creek in the playoff, but they won 4 straight region titles, 2 state championships, going back to 2015 when John Reed first arrived. And obviously the sight's set on another big season in 6A right now too.
Yep. I mean, they've been waiting on this team right here. This junior class, this senior class, 7th and 8th grade, they were champions just like those 2017, 2018 state championship teams here. 2016, 2017, those teams were champions in middle school. This team was champions in middle school. They've been waiting on this year, and they're getting a big-time test tonight.
3rd and 3 after the timeout. Important drive, up 9 and looking for more. Jaquavius McDermott is your running back. Collins, the Alabama commits in motion. They'll throw to him. He catches it. And going to be 1st down yardage for Martavius Collins. So smooth play that time to get number 12 involved. 2nd catch of the day for him.
Nice play here. Just get Collins out on the flat right here real quick. Little flood route. Get him north-south, big body.
Clock an issue, just 18 seconds. Low snap. Fountain does a good job holding on to it. Now makes a big throw towards Height, and Height can't hold on.
Daquan White, man. What a play right there. 2 athletes out on the edge.
Yeah, that was a fun battle. Height had his chance, but White had very good coverage.
Golly, they teach you to go through. Watch him play through the reach right here. Good job. Plays with a chip on his shoulder, I promise you.
So now 2nd and 10.
4-year starter.
1 timeout left, so they can try the middle of the field. Fountain, though, going to have to hurry, and down he goes at the 45-yard line on a sack. There to bring him down was Gary Green, the defensive end, and clock shows zeros, and I believe that may be the way our first half comes to an end. So Rome's got the lead, wanted more points, but will settle for things where they are. 9-0 at home in the final of our triple header with a big 2nd half coming up. So we'll take a break and come back and have a great halftime show for you. Wolves on top of Creekside right now. Fun half.
Zaxby's Chicken Finger Plate comes with 12 dippable, dunkable, do-it-any-way-you-wantable sauces. And a plate of our hand-breaded fingers. Oh, and don't forget the napkins. Famous fried chicken, endless sauceabilities. Only at Zaxby's.
Man, you know how to do this? Man, I don't even know. I was flipping burgers last week.
Violation, unsportsmanlike conduct, impersonating a craftsman.
Skilled trade unions are well-trained career pros, not part-timers. Construction is a rewarding and lucrative career with the advancement potential, but you have to do it the right way with the right training. Learn how you can be a pro. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Corky Kell Classic is sponsored by Breda Pest Management, the official pest control of Atlanta. Deer Park, the official natural water partner of Georgia High School football. Ford, for great offers on F-150, see your local Ford dealer today. Personal Touch Lawn Care, the smallest details make the biggest difference. And by Northside Hospital, source of strength.
Welcome to the Sports Turf Halftime Show. I'm Kaylee Mansell, joined alongside Dr. Brad Bushnell, a surgeon at the Harbin Clinic Orthopedic. Brad, can you tell me a little bit about you and what it is that you do at Harbin Clinic?
So I'm a sports medicine knee and shoulder doctor at Harbin Clinic Orthopedics. I'm the chairman of the department, which is a huge privilege because I've got great partners. Chris Pillar, who was on earlier tonight, Frank Russo-Lisi, who does feet, Klassen and Barber, who do hands. We have a lot of different services. So I kind of herd cats a little bit, but surgically, really like doing shoulder surgery and knee surgery. Hate having to do it when people get hurt, but it's nice to be able to get people back in the game.
Speaking of people getting hurt, how do you help people prevent injuries? What advice would you give to them?
So prevention, it starts with nutrition. You want to have a lot of protein, water, calcium, vitamin D. You don't want to be eating, beaver nuggets from Buc-ee's, even though they're good. Good nutrition, rest, hydration, especially this time of year when it's hot. Stretching, appropriate training. We've got a great cross-country team here at Rome. My son runs there. So a lot of preparation over the summer for the season. In football, obviously weightlifting technique. So really prevention, if we can do it, is going to be better than having to treat them once they get hurt.
In relation to sports, what are the more common injuries that you see?
This year we call it weeping season because it's when the ACL tears of the knee begin. They're more common in young ladies, but they affect everybody. Football, basketball, it begins kind of as the sports season begins. We see some fractures. As a shoulder doctor, I see some shoulder dislocations. And then things that you just couldn't make up. Kind of the crazy injuries that happen when big guys collide on a football field.
I know you said your son is posted up in the Rome High School football student section. Can you talk a little bit about the Rome football team and their engagement with the community?
Yeah, so when Coach Reed came to town, he really made an impact. Like you and I were talking about just before the broadcast. Has done a lot of great things in terms of firing up the spirit. A few guys from the Rome team were featured on Good Morning America and the Today Show this week for pulling a lady out of a burning car. They do a lot of community service in South Rome. Just a lot of community involvement and getting the team, not just success on the gridiron, but success in life is kind of what they're all about.
Dr. Bushnell, we appreciate you coming on and appreciate everything you do as a surgeon, but it's time to take a look at the Creekside Band put on by the Greater Atlanta Bash.
At Montlick & Associates, we're here to help you 24 hours a day, including weekends and holidays.
Simply call us at 1-800-LAW-NEED for your free consultation, or dial #WIN from your cell phone. That's pound 946.
You coming?
Yeah, I'm coming. The The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the 2022 Taos, starting at $23,495. Limited inventory available.
Meet three sisters. The drummer, the dribbler, and the daydreamer. The dribbler's getting hands-on practice with her Chase First Banking debit card. The drummer's making savings simple with a tap. Round of applause. And this dreamer, well, she's still learning how to budget, so Mom keeps her alerts on full volume.
Hey!
What? It's true! And that's all thanks to Chase First Banking. Freedom for kids, control for parents. One bank with tools for both, all with no monthly service fee. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, just move on. You'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started.
Now lock in 2.9% for 60 months on a 2023 Bronco Sport and Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
No matter where you live in Georgia, Montlick & Associates is here, ready to help you get the compensation you deserve after an accident.
Simply dial #WIN from your cell phone for your free consultation with a Montlick attorney. That's #946.
Welcome back to the Sports Turf Halftime Show. I'm Kaylee Mansell alongside of Randy Beal. Randy, tell me a little bit about how you started your sponsorship with us.
You know, I got in touch with Dave Hunter got in touch with me and told me about the Corky Kell, like a great opportunity. From there, we got to meet IJ and others, and so it's just been a great partnership to this point.
Earlier, IJ, Craig, and I got to touch on the Georgia Players Hall of Fame. What is your role in that?
So the Sports Georgia Hall of Fame is, well, we're on the board. I'm on the board, and I think it's a great thing, you know, to have a high school football Hall of Fame for the players. I think it's going to be great. What a great thing for Georgia high school football and for us to be involved in. I think it's going to be a great thing for us.
In terms of your sponsorship with us, would you say it's attracted more attention to Georgia construction careers?
Absolutely, 100%. We had 800 applicants last year throughout this sponsorship, so we know it's going to be even better going forward.
And how important is that exposure to you guys?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, you know, it's hard to get her name out, you know, nowadays. But when you're on TV, as much as we are from now till the end of the playoffs, it does a lot of good.
And for those who are interested in knowing more about the Players Hall of Fame banquet, how can they find out more? When do tickets go on sale?
Yeah, they go on sale. I think they're on sale now, but go to scoreatl.com. And I encourage you to go buy tickets and come out to the event. It's going to be a great event. A lot of great players. Herschel Walker, amongst many others, right? I think the list was announced not long ago.
Yep.
But go check it out. Come out and join us.
I'm so excited to get my ticket. I'm so excited to see you there. And now it's time to take a look at the Rome High School Band by the Greater Atlanta Bash.
For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
In sports, an edge is everything.
hard work, practice.
Just stay focused out there.
It all adds up for your athletes. But what about your field? The right surface is a powerful advantage that allows them to train effectively and safely.
Here we go.
And when the lights come on, your team will be ready to win. You bring the vision, we'll bring it to life. Sports Turf.
This is how we do it.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, just move on. You'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started.
Now get 2.9% financing for 72 months on a 2022 Ford F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
The Georgia Sheet Metal JETC provides apprentices with free training and careers that are stable and essential to the operation of the modern world. Both craft jobs and management positions offer lucrative pay with benefits as well as the stability of a growing industry. Skilled journeymen in the sheet metal industry are essential to our community now and in the future. Learn more about free technical training with no student debt at our website, careersinsheetmetal.com.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Corky Kell Classic is sponsored by Score Atlanta, your source for Georgia high school sports. Coca-Cola, we are in the people business. Georgia's Rome, where the rivers meet and the mountains begin. The Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Seatbelts save lives. The Governor's Office of Highway Safety reminds you to buckle up before every trip. And by Oracy, driving software innovation one application at a time.
Welcome back to the Sports Turf Halftime Show. Before we hop into our interview, we just want to say thank you to both bands for playing and really giving us that Friday night feel. I'm Kaylee Mansell, joined along Craig Sager and Dave Hunter. Dave, all three matchups today have been extremely competitive. How important is that to the culture of Corky Kell?
That's really, really important. And the first game was, right down to the wire. And then, of course, the second game was 1 point. I think Cass missed 2 or 3 extra points, or might have been the other way, 1 point. And then this game is very close. Both of these teams are great on defense. Maybe Rome might be a little bit better. Rome gets another score to be a tough sledding for Creekside.
Yeah, and how about Mount Pisgah coming in? That was a big win over Fellowship, and I think Coach Dixon said it best, though. He said, anytime you participate in an event, you want to do well, so you're invited back.
That's exactly right, and of course they all accounted well for themselves. And Mount Pisgah, boy, their quarterback was a good-looking kid, but I think you'll see Fellowship bounce back. They're going to have both those two are going to have a good year.
Yep.
Looking for tomorrow, we are playing in Mercedes-Benz. We've got 4 games, some exciting matchups. What can you guarantee us we'll see tomorrow, Dave?
Well, I think we're going to see some awful good football players on the turf at Mercedes-Benz. I don't know how the teams will play because it's the first game of the year. But as you said, Craig, it's exciting to be in the Corky Kell Classic in Mercedes-Benz Stadium on television. And so I think they'll account well for themselves, but there's some awful good football players in that game.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be so many college prospects there tomorrow. You got the #1 player in the state. You got Dylan Lonergan at Brookwood. He's had an outstanding career. And just think about how many people around the state are going to be watching just tomorrow. It's on TVs everywhere. It's at people's home. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it at Johnny's Hideaway if you want to.
That's the purpose of having it, and having it on television and having competitive games and having teams that have players that are outstanding.
Like Craig said, got to tune in with the Johnny's Hideaway Shot. Open 7 days a week. It's like every wedding ceremony you've ever been to, right? Dave wouldn't know anything about that, though. Dave goes home and goes to bed. But, hey, we will be right back with more football after the break.
Third quarter, Cedartown 20, Rockmart.
Back again, huh? You must love losing.
You're buying the next one.
You gotta win one first.
Okay.
Mix and match your 2 favorites for $3.29 at any size soft drink for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When we shed artificial expectations and choose a simple path that's made with intention, not filler, we move toward a life where we feel fuller and free. Siggy's Skyr, full of protein, less ingredients, less sugar. less sets you free.
You coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
The Volkswagen Taos, German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the 2022 Taos starting at $23,495. Limited inventory available.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's best Labor Day sale ever. Get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin and save up to $700 on top brands like Serta and Beautyrest. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase. Shop the lowest prices of the season and save up to 60% with Beautyrest queen mattresses starting at $379.99 or Serta at $499.99. With our Love Your Mattress guarantee, get the lowest price and 120 nights to sleep on it, only at Mattress Firm.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent. If you're hurt and trying to choose a law firm, here are some questions you need to ask. Do they have a fully staffed office right here in town? We do. Have they litigated thousands of cases here in Georgia? We have. And have they collected billions of dollars for their clients? You know we have. So when you see those lawyer ads making promises, remember, there's only one call, that's all.
Call 1-800-CALL-KEN.
Back again, huh? You must love losing.
You're buying the next one.
You gotta win one first.
Okay.
Mix and match your two favorites for $3.29 at any size soft drink for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back live here. Rome 9-0 lead over Creekside. Halftime of our final game of the triple header of the third day of the Corky Kell Classic. Big thanks to our friends who've made this so possible all day long. We've had a great time here today. Heading for 4 coming up tomorrow at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But we got a big second half to come still between Creekside and Rome before we get there. And I think we saw a lot of intensity to begin this game, and I think we've seen that intensity maintain itself throughout the first two quarters. And Rusty Manziel, a lot of that coming on the defensive side. Rome defensive front getting after it, and really the Creekside bunch kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you see a special teams turnover there. You know, snap, drop, snap, punt, and then you see both defenses kind of asserting themselves throughout the first half.
Let's take a look at our first half stats here. You can see, as I said, kind of a defensive dominated first half, only 9 total points, and really only 1 turnover. So you've seen the game played pretty cleanly there, although a lot of penalties, 6 on the Creekside side, 4 on the Rome side, giving you an idea of the overall intensity of the game.
I mean, look at the total yards, 106-87, only 5 first downs for Rome. So you understand both teams are fighting for anything positive offensively.
We'll show you our first half highlights here there as well. Of course, you see that, and a big day running the football. Roderick McCrary has been doing so much of that here today for this Creekside team. And then a lot of Rome defensive with a lot of pressure coming from that defensive front.
A lot of the front four right here. You see this kind of a communication issue right here. Negative play. Saw a lot of that early on. Roger McCrary's been the guy for Creekside so far.
And, of course, that Rome defensive attack has just been unrelenting. Alto Moore coming in with the big hit there.
That's the big play of the first half, in my opinion, right there.
Special teams miscues. In this case, you know, setting up Rome, and you'd see Reese Fountain come back and pitch back and heading towards the end zone for the setting up right down there and leading to a touchdown, and a great moment there from Rome, and obviously Chance Arthur gets a chance to take that all the way in.
Yeah, big play there by DK Daniel to get him down there, and Chance Arthur finishes it off. But here's a safety, another play. Stefan Green. You want to see a Clemson commit be able to dominate a first half. I think he did that.
I think he did there as well. And then you see Creekside come back and get an interception, an uncharacteristic maybe mistake from Reese Fountain, the quarterback, but not able to capitalize the points.
Man, you talking about a physical contact play right there on 4th down.
So listen, we've had a great first half. We've got a great second half coming up. The Harbin Clinic's been our sponsor for all of our action here over the course of this day's worth of 3 games. Great sponsor, doing a great job taking care of folks here in Northwest Georgia, and a big part of our event here today. The 3rd day of a 4-day event, which is the Corky Kell Classic. Of course, with 4 games coming back at you tomorrow, but man, we got some great football coming up before we're said and done here. So quick timeout for us. We'll come back and show you the second half right after this.
Thinking about what to do after high school? How about jumping directly into your future? The 22 colleges of the Technical College System of Georgia offer more than 600 programs to prepare students for the real world. From business to healthcare to professional and technical services, our graduates go straight into a career. And tuition? Surprisingly affordable. At TCSG, you will succeed sooner. Apply today at succeedsooner.com.
There are no words to describe the perfect pairing of Zaxby's hand-breaded fingers and our 12 delectable sauces. But there is a sound, and that sound is The Zaxby's Chicken Finger Plate with endless sauce abilities. Only at Zaxby's.
Are you the one others rally around? Inspire soldiers to follow your lead. Want to forge a better future? Start with the structures that support tomorrow's missions. You believe the best offense is a good defense. We've got a great way to prove that theory. Explore more than 200 careers at GoArmy.com.
Hey, is the power off on this?
I don't know. Just take it off.
Safety violation, unsafe work conditions.
In the construction trade unions, safety is our highest priority, and we train you to recognize and speak out on unsafe working conditions so that everyone arrives and goes home safely. Learn about careers in construction at georgiaconstructioncareers.com.
The Corky Kell Classic is presented by georgiaconstructioncareers.com. Transform your future today.
Back here at the great Rome, Georgia, where we've had a great time at Barron Stadium, historic Barron Stadium, and getting ready for a big second half between Rome and Creekside, with the Wolves up 9-0 right now. Of course, the Harbin Clinic has brought all this coverage to us all day long, and we're two big final quarters here left to come before we say goodbye for a few hours before greeting you again tomorrow morning from Mercedes-Benz Stadium for 4 games there.
We got an update. North Oconee beat Oconee County 16-13. I believe it's the first time they beat them in 5 years.
So a great battle there for the two schools in Oconee County, and obviously some coaching change in the Oconee County side. One of the big stories there for the Warriors during the offseason. Creekside will kick off to get us back underway here in the second half. Ball bounces to the 10-yard line. That'll be able to be returned, but not much going that time for Antoine Carey, getting a chance to try to bring that back.
Quan White there, another big-time hit, boy. I'll tell you, he's not the biggest dude, but he plays like he's 6 foot, 200. Love watching him play. Eastern Michigan
got themselves a good one, it would appear.
Tell you what, man, I don't know if they're going to have to hold on to that one, but
maybe quite a battle before it's all said and done for the Mid-American Conference folks at Eastern Michigan.
They've done a good job of recruiting the state of Georgia. They got some players up there.
Of course, a lot of those Mid-American Conference guys also come out of the state of Ohio there as well. So many of those MAC schools kind of centered in Ohio. Eastern Michigan, obviously one of the examples where that's not true. On first down, Javarius McDermott, excuse me, getting a chance to carry the football.
As we get into the second half, we'll make the correction on the Creekside quarterback.
That's right, exactly. So when we see Creekside go back on offense again, we'll talk to you more about this. Vincent Berry, who was slated to be the Creekside starting quarterback, also on the roster showing up wearing number 1, is actually wearing number 8. So
it has been Vincent Berry.
It has been Vincent Berry playing quarterback, but not wearing the jersey in which he's listed on the roster. So the stats will be corrected, and he'll be getting the credit for what's happened so far today. But for the moment, it's Rome on offense and DK Daniel again. Yes, so it is Berry at quarterback for Creekside, but wearing a different number, 8 instead of his roster number 1.
Don't want any moms Call us.
That's exactly right. Or, I mean, listen, you got stats to correct and everything else. One of our statisticians actually came in to kind of point out the change on that, and they're in the process of overhauling that right now. Fountain sets up the throw to Collins, not able to hold on to that. Daquan White once again not slowing down with the chance to confront Collins, but it's incomplete.
I'm telling you, he's given up 80 pounds right there, and he brings everything he has against the Alabama commit to try to tackle him in space.
I think one of the things that is so impressive to me about Collins is the size of his legs.
Yes, and he's been that big. Like he's gotten bigger, but it's always been lower body.
Yeah,
built like that.
He'll line up in the front of a bunch formation of 3 receivers on the left side, setting up Daniel again. Daniel gets a little bit of a block and gets about 9 to make it 3rd and very short coming up.
They go trips. Watch Martavius Collins. Well, they don't show it here. They basically stack trips over here, and they use Collins and Martell Height to block. Pick up 7 right there. See that up top? See Collins blocking McQuarrie down the field.
Yeah, quite a trio.
Yeah, you got a big body like Collins out there. They got the same formation over here.
Yeah, the other side now, trying that on the right side, bottom of your screen. As you look at the formation. Of course, happy to have you tonight on Peachtree TV, or for those of you streaming at CBS46.com. Pleasure to bring you high school football, and we'll do it for many weeks to come in the 2022 season. Fountain's got to hurry, pressure coming, and down he goes. Bunch of Seminoles players in there on that stop.
And they're just coming after him right now. Tries to spin out of it, and just too many bodies there for Creekside. Both defenses really just anything tough, any drives, just not happening right now.
Seminoles had to have that too, you know. You don't want to give up those points. They were able to prevent that from happening at the end of the first half, and now on the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Low punt here. Takes kind of a wobbly roll. That's a little bit of a tricky punt, but
like a grounder.
Yeah, not what they wanted. And so Creekside's doing what it needs to do defensively, now just trying to wake itself up on offense, and we'll see coming back if they're able to do that from Barron Stadium, Rome, Georgia on a Friday night.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Corky Kell Classic is sponsored by Gatorade, Fuel Tomorrow, the Georgia Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors Association, CareersInSheetMetal.com, building a solid future. Gordo's, Fiesta Every Day. The Mechanical Trades Institute, the best kept secret everyone should know about. And by Peachtree TV, Atlanta's own.
Hey Atlanta, we're the #1 certified used vehicle dealer in all of Georgia. Why? Quality vehicles, fair prices, and a really fun experience. With Beaver Direct, whether you purchase a Toyota, Ford, Honda, Nissan, Chevrolet, Lexus, BMW, Subaru, they're all certified. No one else can offer you that. Every vehicle gets a 164-point inspection, meticulous reconditioning, 12-month, 12,000-mile platinum warranty. Check it out at beaverdirect.com and see for yourself why Beaver Direct is #1.
This is supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. It's fast. So gaming with your niece has never felt more intense. Incoming! Hey, what does this button do?
No, don't!
Welcome to the fastest internet on the largest gig speed network.
Are you crying, Uncle Ed?
No! A little.
Only from Xfinity. Unbeatable internet made to do anything, so you can do anything.
We're here at halftime with our special guest, the Pinnacle Girl. Bailey, I now know you know how to say Pinnacle. Could you say it for our viewers?
Yes, sir. It's home improvements.
Pinnacle Home Improvement says no, no, no. That's no down payment, no interest, and make no payments for 12 months. Get a new roof installed, windows for your entire house, or new siding now with no, no, no.
It's home improvements.
Where are you meant to be? Leading teams here, taking paid time off here, letting your skills shine here, or here, or here. Wherever you're meant to be, 110 helps you get there. Based on your skills, we match talented Black job seekers with high-paying careers that don't require college degrees, helping you land the salary, benefits, and work-life balance you deserve. Empower your career with 110 and get to where you're meant to be.
Welcome back, everybody. Barron Stadium in Rome, Georgia. Wolves 9-0 lead over Creekside. 9:13 to go, third quarter of play. Brandon Adams, Rusty Mansell here in our broadcast booth. And such great hospitality at Rome High School today. Beautiful press box facility, and always A, great high school football fans, and B, rolling out the red carpet. I think Rusty's had about 3 different kinds of cakes we've been here.
I'm telling you, man.
Barry trying to set up a passing situation, but not able to come up with that. Violent Green had a big play again.
Anyone sees me walking laps at Mercedes-Benz tomorrow, understand there's pound cake and chocolate cake up here all day.
And Rusty pointed this out a moment ago, and we'll point it out here too. So Vincent Berry, who on the roster showed wear number 1, is actually wearing number 8. So stats originally credited to a different player will now be correctly attributed to Vincent Berry, the quarterback, wearing a different number. And sometimes guys have to, as you see a big play in the backfield. How about Alto Moore again, a linebacker who has been so active all night, and he's there making another big tackle.
You see why he's got Power 5 offers already as a 2024 linebacker. Exploding through the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to get that kind of linebacker play in support of what they're doing at the defensive line, the Wolves are going to be hard to deal with in this 6A classification here this season. 8.5 minutes in the third quarter. Barry surveying the situation, including getting some information from head coach Maurice Dixon and the rest of the coaches on that Creekside sideline. Flag comes in.
Delay game on the offense. That penalty is 5 yards.
Just other than Roger McQuarrie running the ball right now, they're really finding it tough to get anything.
That's right.
And I credit a lot of that to Rome defense now. They got to find some rhythm and got to find something to build on here.
Yeah, Krishan Letts got 2 catches. Would have had a third that was negated by penalty. So he seems to have been the guy that Barry's had the most rhythm with in the passing game. Pressure coming. Barry going to have to hurry. Got rid of it. It's tipped it and then intercepted. Alto Moore comes up with the interception off the deflection. 15, excuse me. Darius Smith, the linebacker.
Yes.
So the pressure came. Barry threw back across the field.
Great job. Grant Bowler tips that ball. Watch 32 get his hands on it. And then 15 cleans it up. Good job on the tip drill by the Rome defense.
Linebackers incredibly active, and that's going to come in handy as Rome goes through this 6A schedule. In fact, we'll check out their schedule here, brought to you by Zaxby's, for what's in store for Rome after they complete the Corky Kell Classic. Of course, getting ready to take on Lithonia and Carrollton, kind of a fun story in 7A. That's set to be a really great game.
It will be a rematch from a game right here, and I'm telling you right now, neither coach would admit it, but both teams have that one circled.
Tuna, who we saw last year on Peachtree TV, and Martell Height gets a chance to get involved in the offense, and he's driven out of bounds. Vanderbilt commitment, doing it on both sides of the ball. Daquan White there to push him out.
Yeah, they're just trying to find. They got to get Martell Height the ball. And Daquan, watch it. Nothing comes easy against Daquan White. Watch this. I mean, he delivers a pop.
2nd and 6 now. Arthur is the running back. He gets the carry. And he's got nowhere to go right there in the middle of the field. And there to help bring him down was Javion Miller, the linebacker. That'll make it 3rd down. So the one thing you can't say is the Creekside defense isn't doing its job. Double negative, I guess, but you get the point.
Yes. Love the jerseys, Tribe Pride.
Yeah. In place of where the traditional last name might be. A lot of high school teams don't wear last names to the back of their jersey, but that's clearly a Is it the case that the name on the back of the jersey being more important than the name on the front? I don't know. Flag comes in.
All sides on the defense. Man, drive a coach absolutely nuts.
Yeah, that won't help. Also won't quite be enough for a first down either.
On the defense, that penalty is 5 yards. Still third down.
But you're right, a frustrating penalty if you're Maurice Dixon.
I mean, you're 3rd and 6 behind the chains, and now you give Rome at midfield a 3rd and about 1.
We haven't seen the Rome rushing attack come to life yet.
And Rome jumps off sides.
So trading yardage back and forth here.
False start by the offense. That penalty is 5 yards.
Kerry Morrow, the linebacker, had also blown that play up pretty good too. He came flying in with bad intentions. So after all that, we're sort of right back where we started.
Yeah, now we're 3rd and 6. Call it even.
3rd and 6 again. 7:09 to go, third quarter of play. Heavy set here offensively for the Wolves. Just 2 receivers over towards the left side. Fountain, though, going to throw that way. Not able to come up with it. Intended receiver was Martell Height, but that'll bring up 4th down. So as we were mentioning this a moment ago, we have not seen the Rome rushing attack come to life today.
They have been unable to run the ball, and that's been a kind of a little bit of surprise. And look, these are 2 outstanding front sevens.
So that'll bring on a punting situation for Rome again. Corey Gardhigh will be there to do that. It's White and Terrell back to receive. Fair catch, 15-yard line, and now Creekside gets the football again, still looking for their first points of the ball game. As we've been telling you, tomorrow inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, it'll get going with North Gwinnett and Keechern. I'll have you along with Jeff Sintel for a battle of Gwinnett County powers between Norcross and Brookwood. That's the Alabama commit against the Georgia commit there in that one. 2 more great games after that, too. So we'll talk to you about all that coming up. But for now, quick timeout here and some more good football still to come between Rome and Creekside.
So when I got in the program, I was 18. At the time, I think the most appealing thing was, I could start out going to school and making money while I'm going to school. Not coming out in 4 or 5 years, $30,000, $40,000 in debt. That was the biggest attraction to this. I got in 3 days after graduation and hadn't looked back.
Are you the one others rally around? Inspire soldiers to follow your lead. Want to forge a better future? Start with the structures that support tomorrow's missions. You believe the best offense is a good defense. We've got a great way to prove that theory. Explore more than 200 careers at GoArmy.com.
Sweetheart, please don't forget to wear your seatbelt.
I got it, Mom.
It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way.
In the blink of an eye, so many tomorrows can disappear. Buckle up for your future, every trip, every time. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Beginning the morning you opened your eyes, we spent every waking moment preparing you for the day you'd leave our nest. Whether it's driving to practice or helping with homework, it's all prepared you for, what am I going to be when I grow up? Will you be ready?
After much thought, I made my decision to take my talents to the IBEW Local 613.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is not simply a job, it's a career. Visit IBEW613.org to begin a new future today.
If you're a high school football player, you're going to want to listen up for this. The Atlanta Falcons and Ticketmaster have partnered together for an all-new high school football ticket program. For more information on how you can get a free ticket to see the Atlanta Falcons play, visit atlantafalcons.com/high school tickets or scan the QR code on the bottom of the screen, and you see the Rome cheerleaders enjoying themselves and the Rome Wolf mascot in the background there. And they've got plenty to cheer for here right now. Enjoying a 9-0 lead. Also a look at the Rome band, kind of getting some relaxation after a really splendid halftime show. We had 2 great halftime shows on the field with both marching bands. Of course, Creekside legendary for a great marching band, and Rome always puts on a big show too, and it was fun to be able to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Earlier.
Love a good high school band with a football game going, and it's just a whole high school experience. Student sections. I will say I got to make a correction, and it's early. It's preseason as well for us.
That's right.
Connor Liu texted me and let me know he is still 16.
Okay.
I was wrong.
Okay.
I was told wrong, but Connor, apologize.
Well, there you go.
Nice. Still a minor.
Nice.
6'4", 290.
Nice correction on that. And by the way, a little bit of a new look in the running game for Creekside a moment ago, getting Kerry Morrow involved.
Yep.
In the chance to carry the football. And Morrow pays dividends right away, picking up 8, making it 2nd 2. Handoff again and sliding forward and getting first down yardage. That's Morrow again. So Creekside off to a good start on this offensive drive.
Nice block there by Caleb Holmes, left guard, 4-star prospect in the 2024 class. But I mean, this is what they've got to stay ahead of the chains.
Vincent Berry is your quarterback. Running the football again. Morrow getting a chance to do it.
That guy is different. You want to talk about someone that's going to leave the state of Georgia and go play somewhere, and people, and the team we cover and other teams, and people like, how that guy, 91,
that's right,
is a ball player heading to Clemson. And he has played hard the entire night. Stephon Green right there, 4-star prospect.
It's a spot where Clemson's had so much success, whether it's in the state of Georgia, across the country, and outside the region even at times. If you think about like Brian Brzee, they just have had a lot of success when it comes to those kinds of defensive linemen.
Watch this hit right here on this play as we go back. Watch how quick they try to throw a quick out, and Stephon Green, watch how quick he's in. 1,001, 1,002, bam, and he hits you.
I've been really, it seems elementary to say you've been really impressed, but we do big-time players each and every week, and sometimes those guys really show out on TV, and for whatever reason, maybe sometimes they don't.
Yes.
I think that Green has really put his best foot forward on television tonight.
As good as advertised.
As good as advertised.
Yep. And he plays hard. I watch him. He practices hard. He practices full speed, doesn't take anything off. He gets after you for 4 quarters. John Reed said, this guy is a Sunday NFL player.
I don't see any reason why that couldn't be true based on what we're seeing take place right now.
Yep.
Now you're looking at a 3rd and long type situation. Berry to throw, cranks it up, got Lett there. 3rd catch of the night for Lett, and this one will move the chains and get Creekside into business on the 1st and 10th, 45-yard line.
Nice job there. They pick up the blitz. Rome brings an extra backer right here. 4 defensive linemen see Alto Moore come. They pick him up, allow him to step up in the pocket and deliver that ball. Nice completion and conversion.
That is what Creekside needed, and they got it. Five minutes, 3rd quarter. In motion is Cottrell. Handoff up the middle. Room to run. Still spinning, and finally slammed down hard on the turf after that carry for Travis Terrell.
A little bit of juice here, a little bit of speed, smaller in behind that big line. And some of the first real momentum I'm seeing out of Creekside.
That's right. And it's funny, after a lot of success with Roger McCrary really carrying it over and over again, we've not seen him carrying the ball on this drive.
He's played a lot of downs.
He's played on both sides.
A lot of downs, yes. So
could be just a natural fatigue issue.
Yep.
In motion goes Eric Paul, becomes a slot receiver on the left side. Carry once again. That's Terrell once again. Terrell down to the 38. Got about 5 that time.
Yeah, they found something here on the left side and get about 5 right here. Just a counter, pull the backside guard.
Yeah, so the changes of pace they've brought into running back spot have really worked out well for Maurice Dixon's team at the moment. It was a deep playoff run for the Seminoles a year ago. They want to build on that this year. Rome looking to erase the taste of a early exit at the hands of Johns Creek. Throwing, caught, Lett again. Lett still on his feet, 14-yard line. 24 yards on the reception for Cryshawn Lett.
Boy, suddenly Creekside has found something here.
Yeah, it's all clicking on this drive, and we're in the red zone here, brought to you by Northside Hospital.
That's just an easy pitch and catch there. He is open on a slant route. He delivers that ball on the money.
So the Rome fans who had maybe gotten just a little bit complacent, all of a sudden kind of awoken from their slumber here, knowing that they need to get back in this thing. And speaking of getting back into it, Roderick McCrary gets a chance to do that too after getting a bit of a spell. All of a sudden now he's deputized into duty to carry the football on that carry. Second and 8. Keep in mind, as Rusty said, you not only have a 4-star prospect on the interior of the offensive line, you get a Pitt committed tackle. So this is a good Creekside offensive front, but it's just doing battle against a big-time Rome defensive front there as well. Tyson Brown getting involved. That's the defensive end.
Good job here. This is the second time Creekside's been deep into Rome territory. First time unable to come away with anything.
So pivotal moment in our ball game here. If you're a Creekside fan or if you're Maurice Dixon, certainly to come away with no points this time would be unacceptable. So throwing towards the end zone. Lett is there.
Oh, man.
Almost like a basketball style post up. Gave himself a chance to catch it. Had the arm up. Got a hand on the football, but not able to hold on to it. B.J. Gordon had the coverage.
Oh, man. He knows he wants that one back.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's caught the ball a lot today, but not able to make that catch, and maybe he should have. So now 4th down. I don't mind telling you this is the biggest play of the game up until now.
This is a lot of momentum here.
2 minutes to go, third quarter. They can get a first down, but they're going to try the end zone. It's Lett again, and he holds on to it for the touchdown.
They come right back to it this time.
You had to wait and watch because that ball bounced around a little bit, but Lett was able to squeeze it in and get the touchdown, and as Rusty said, they come right back to him. He's been their guy through the air.
Look at the concentration. Helmet, face mask, top of the helmet, shoulder pad.
That? Great camera shot, too.
Great camera shot. Great job there. Creekside absolutely had to come away with points on this trip.
Is this what it's all about right there?
No doubt.
Is that what it's all about?
He's telling everybody, I had it, man. Don't worry. Don't sweat me.
Yeah, never.
I had that the whole time.
Never a doubt in his mind.
Great job there. Concentrating on that ball. Comes off his shoulder pad and helmet.
All right. Special teams has been an issue.
This is a
trailing by 3. Chance to, and that kick is blocked.
Yeah.
And the adventure on special teams for all the wrong reasons for Creekside continues to be true after that PAT there too.
I mean, does it even matter that it was Stefan Green? I mean, does it surprise anyone?
Yeah.
The penetration from him.
Rusty, let's also watch number 4, Martell Height, coming off the field a little slow here. That's something to file away. And we'll see we'll see this one more time. Height comes in.
Tyson Brown. Tyson 92 with the penetration. Correct me there. Tyson Brown, 92, comes in.
You had Height coming off the edge too, and that led to him getting a little bit banged up. So the score remains 9-6. Let's also check our team resume here, brought to you by Smart Local 85. Of course, Creekside 11-3 last year. Maurice Dixon doing a great job. second most points scored in school history. And the only playoff loss coming by the eventual champ there, Warner Robins. So
we had a chance to see them play Woodward Academy last year.
Yep.
You know, and it was a big win for Woodward to clinch that region. And we knew that Creekside, whoever lost that game, was going to throw them into that next round, and a second round matchup with Blessed Trinity, I believe.
And so we'll thank Smart Local 85 for making that possible. Short kick, returnable. Look at the battle going on there.
What I remember now, Brandon, Calhoun beat Blessed. So we knew the winner of Woodward Academy and Creekside might play Blessed Trinity in the second round, and that's exactly what happened. Blessed put out Woodward.
That is exactly right.
As a 2 seed goes all the way to the semifinals.
That is exactly right. We'll see our scoring summary here, brought to you by Breda Pest Management. The Krishan Lett had a catch to get Creekside into business and would eventually cap off with the 9-yard score himself. And that's where our score stands at the moment. 9-6, and Breda Pest Management brings the scoring summary to you.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the kicking team.
Oh, wow.
That penalty is 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Tough break for Creekside. And, you know, sometimes when that, in a game like this, every ball carrier is seemingly slow to want to go down, and when those plays last a little longer, all of a sudden more and more people start coming in on that pile, and then finally the last guy in gets noticed.
You see, Rome has got to be, at some point, has got to be able to run this football.
Yeah.
If they're going to close this game out in this last quarter, they're going to have to run the football against Creekside.
Yeah, if you want to think about this with the quarter break in between, you're talking about 13 minutes and 45 seconds of game time, and this is where an effective run game would certainly come in handy. And that has not been the forte for Rome tonight. Fountain to call his own number, and he got hit hard by Malik Tullis. Tullis already has an interception tonight. Had a big hit on Fountain on the first down play.
Yeah, they try to go speed option into the boundary here, into the field, and Malik Tullis gets off his block. They go double tight, I think, there.
So lose a yard, make it 2nd and 11, and the challenges with running the football continue for the Wolves. See Fountain heading back over to his huddle. Delivering the play information. Moving McDermott, the running back, to his left.
Formation at the bottom with Collins up front.
Trips down there on the bottom of your screen. Stepping into it is Fountain. He's got Collins, the Alabama commit, and Collins is down to the 30-yard line.
These two have been doing this since the 7th grade.
21 yards of the pickup from Martavius Collins. Seemingly effortless looking with the way that Collins able to move with that. Another completion. This time not as much room though. Will Bray comes up with the catch, but he had nowhere to go after picking up the football.
Yeah, you got to get a body on Daquan White.
Clock ticking. We're about to come to the end of the 3rd quarter, and Rome's got no problem with that, sitting on a 3-point lead. And the Collins reception certainly helps their cause. They try to keep this clock moving as we go back to the 4th quarter.
It's a big boy ball, man.
It is.
It doesn't surprise me coming down to 1 quarter. Two teams that are not going to back down 1 ounce.
Final 12 minutes are going to be fun. Rome's got the lead. They've also got the football. But there is a lot of football left after this. So stay with us here on Peachtree TV.
Atlanta Eats at a special time this Saturday night at 10.
Wake up Atlanta from 7 to 9 on Peachtree TV.
It's First Alert traffic when you need it.
It's First Alert forecast to help you plan ahead.
And all the Atlanta news you need to help you plan your day.
Wake up Atlanta from 7 to 9 only on Peachtree TV.
The CBS 46 First Alert weather app helps you plan. Save your favorite locations in the app.
Going to Grandma's house? Get the First Alert, the weather app for real life. Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started.
Now lock in 2.9% for 60 months on a 2023 Bronco Sport and Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's best Labor Day sale ever. Shop Tempur-Pedic and save up to $700 and get a $300 instant gift. Mattress Firm is America's #1 Tempur-Pedic retailer, with mattresses in stock for fast delivery. Shop Sealy and get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase. With our Love Your Mattress guarantee, get the lowest price and 120 nights to sleep on it. Only at Mattress Firm.
Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter at Barron Stadium in Rome, Georgia. Of course, Rome holding on to a 9-6 lead over Creekside. Thanks to the Harbin Clinic for making all this possible all day long today. And now let's see the Wolves go back to work in live action, looking at a 2nd and 7 and a 3-point lead. Fountain takes the snap.
Got time.
Time to throw, gets rid of it middle of the field. A little bit of a collision between the official and the intended target. And that'll be 3rd down as Josh Ellard, the fullback, kind of got caught up with the official. Third down now coming up. We saw Martavius Collins help move the chains for Rome a moment ago. You've got a pair of receivers stacked at the bottom of your screen. That's Martell Height, the Vanderbilt commit, in the back of that formation. Fountain throwing. Height was his intended receiver, and he got tangled up with White there. And that's going to be a penalty and give Rome a first down.
Yeah, right in front of the official there. Blessed Trinity, big win tonight, opening the season against Calhoun.
How about that?
By the defense. That penalty is half the distance to the goal, resulting in a first down.
Yep. They're too early.
I just don't think, there's just not much you can do about that.
He made a good, hey, I didn't do it, but.
It's one thing every player seems to have is a good, what, me? I didn't do it.
You never see him go, hey, you got me.
Yeah.
That was a great call, you got me.
Yeah, not a lot of concession speeches coming from players in those situations. So after the penalty, 1st and 10 from the 13, and now a flag comes in again. It's going to be delayed. I'm going to say offsides.
Man, I tell you. Just
encroachment on the defense.
Driving.
That penalty is 5 yards.
You can see the Creekside staff in behind just going. This will drive you nuts. Silly penalties like that. Coach Francis there with his hat on. He's my offensive coordinator. I feel you, Coach.
Yeah.
What can you do there?
Yeah, it's a huge difference when you talk about where you now place the football. There's the throw to Daniel. Daniel inside the 5. That's going to be close to another first down. They had a first down to make. Instead, we'll just say 2nd and 1. So keep in mind, they are not in a goal-to-go situation. Got to think for Creekside, keeping Rome out of the end zone would be pivotal here. Handoff and fighting down to about the 2 is McDermott.
That's going to be a first down.
It is indeed. And clock on a run now too, and that's a factor almost as much as anything. So now it's 1st and goal. Fountain going to stay in the shotgun. McDermott going to stay in as the running back with him. Ellard's kind of off to the left. That's McDermott up the middle again and into the end zone for a touchdown. And Rome extends its lead on a big drive. And at 15-6, they are, at least for the moment, in control of the game.
Big time answer right there from Rome. Just ran the ball, made some plays there. And I challenged Rome. They had to be able to run the ball. Challenge accepted on that drive.
That's a great point, Rusty. A lot of that coming from Javarius McDermott. The kick is away, and it's good. The extra point is through. Let's credit Diego Cordon for that, and all of a sudden now the lead's a full 10. It's 16-6. You can hear the wolf howling in the background, the special effect. And everybody on this side of the stadium happy here at Barron Stadium tonight as Rome's looking good, up by 10. We'll take a break and be right back after this.
I need to try it first.
SMART is sheet metal, air, rail, and transportation.
We fabricate and install HVAC systems, ductwork.
You can't just go to Home Depot and buy our product. You have to build our product.
If you can dream it, we can build it. That's our motto.
Our sheet metal workers are really proud of that work. They want to look back and go to a Falcons game with their family and point up to show what they did.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Corky Kell Classic is sponsored by CBS 46 First Alert Weather. Download the app in the App Store. The Great Atlanta Bash, showcasing the city's best. The Georgia Elite Classic. Nominate yourself today for the December All-Star Games. The Georgia High School Football Hall of Fame. The greatest take the stage on October 22nd at the College Football Hall of Fame. And by the National Signing Day Frenzy. Celebrate Georgia's seniors and the next stages of their careers.
Welcome back, everybody. Barron Stadium in Rome, Georgia. As we've got game 3 of our Corky Kell Classic with the Wolves on top of Creekside right now, 16-6. With 10 minutes, 43 seconds left to play. Of course, on the heels of a Rome touchdown a moment ago from Javarius McDermott.
Brandon, a little side note. We're about 10 hours away from North Gwinnett and McEacher.
Can't wait for that, indeed. We may just head over and sleep over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium tonight.
I think I was in Rome last night around 9:30 at the stadium. Incredible. To talk about the people, this average dude actually played 2 games here, and I remember both games. It's just a great environment. 98 years old. It says it on its own.
Absolutely. Our scoring summary, by the way, brought to you by Breda Pest Management. 7 plays, 50 yards, 3 minutes, 2 seconds. And I love that because, I think you realize the heritage of high school football when you realize, okay, for these guys standing on this field tonight, they're standing on the same field that other greats have stood on over the years for various Rome programs that have played here. And
ton of NFL guys have played in this building.
You just love that connection to history. A little something on the ground that time for Creekside, and Roderick McCrary's had a lot of success tonight. Find some more right there. They'll make it second down.
And we could do this stadium justice without mentioning a West Strong team, 59-1 in 4 years, 4 state championships, 3 different head coaches.
An amazing feat.
59-1.
An amazing feat. And, you know, we're lucky enough. You know, we were down in Middle Georgia a year ago, got a chance to watch Warner Robins play in person. That was great. And we were down in South Georgia for Thomasville. And up here in Northwest Georgia, as you see a throwing attempt, and the flag came in. So Height caught the ball. I believe he was out of bounds. There's also a flag. They were trying to get the ball to Krishan Lett, who has been their #1 receiving option tonight.
Yes.
But just to finish the point I was making while we're waiting on.
Oh, wow. That penalty is yard. That penalty is 15 yards.
That's a big penalty.
It's a big penalty. It goes against Height on the coverage, but the various regions of the state are just so much fun to visit because they all have their their own unique twist on this. And
that Thomasville trip,
unforgettable
about it Wednesday.
Unforgettable for me.
We're going to go to a few places this year that I guarantee you we haven't been, and I look forward to it.
I'm excited about it. We'll be rolling out some of those fun announcements here in the days to come. Rusty's like a wrestling promoter, like putting these games together. And
we'll get us some going, buddy.
I don't have any problem with that. Running play again for Creekside. That's Kerry Morrow again. Morrow's been kind of a nice change of pace in the second half.
Yeah, I.J. Rosenberg better get his gas card ready because he asked me to find some games, and we got some games.
I can't wait. It's going to be a great season. I think, you know, the state's so loaded this year with so many interesting storylines and great players as always. Some of that we're highlighting for you here in the Corky Kell Classic, and some of that we'll do next week, the Great Atlanta Bash, and then heading into what I really love, which is the drive for the GHSA state title, where we're joining each and every Friday night.
How cool is that? Atlanta Public Schools athletic director Jasper Jewell and what he does.
I like that.
Right, snap, false start on the offense. That penalty is 5 yards.
You're talking about somebody that supports his school system.
Oh, yeah. And APS got a great win in the Corky Kell Classic last night with North Atlanta over North Forsyth. I would call that a little bit of an upset.
Yes. Huge win for Atlanta Public Schools last night. And I know Jasper Jewell made a phone call today to Dave Hunter and I.J. Rosenberg. I actually got a text from Steve Gates. And Cass in a loss today, but thanked us for having them. Said it was an unbelievable experience. Can't wait to be back next year.
Listen, Cass put on a great show, and I feel like we're going to hear a lot from them here this season. Big hit coming on the quarterback, Barry. That was Tyson Brown again. By the way, Brown's had a great night, and we'll look at the Creekside schedule here, brought to you by Zaxby's while we have a slight break in the action. So it's Rome tonight. They're going to take an out-of-state game against Dutch Fort next week. A lot of these, and actually going to, here's an interesting travel situation. Also taking on East St. Louis, that great program coming out of the state of Illinois, East St. Louis, Illinois. So many great players have come out of there.
Look at that schedule.
Yeah, it's a big schedule for Creekside, even before you get in some of that region competition. But this has become the new kind of in vogue thing, these big out-of-state matchups. Dutch Fork, a big-time program, and East St. Louis has been producing players for years. Obviously,
flag down here.
5-star receiver Luther Burden now at Missouri. Is that the East St. Louis area?
Right, snap.
Delay a game.
Delay a game by the offense. That penalty is 5 yards. Still third down.
You can't have that when you need every bit you can find to muster some offense. You can't have the penalties moving you backwards. And the body language of the coach is going to tell you how true that is.
These young men right here. That's a lot of size up front for Creekside.
Yeah, you got the impression that whatever the result tonight is, they're going to win a lot of games because of what they're able to do on both lines of scrimmage. Throwing Heights back there, and he got the interception.
Yes.
Almost acting like a center fielder, and the Vanderbilt commit had no problem hauling that ball in, and that's a massive turnover that really swings the balance of this. Football back in their possession, up 10 is Rome, and maybe they're starting to feel it a little bit in their own stadium.
I tell you what, They've got some momentum right here, and that's his game. I think he's a safety, maybe a corner, but he is so long. Look at his arms, how long his arms are. Great kid, young man, always yes or no, sir. See him at the Corky Kell luncheon, and he's just about football. Martell Height is just about, he just wants to play ball, works hard, runs track. I mean, just a really, really talented athlete that Vanderbilt has landed here in Northwest Georgia.
You see our Breda Pest Management score tracker moving on. How about Lee County on top of Warner Robins here tonight?
Man.
We'll see some more of these scores here. Obviously from earlier action in the Corky Kell Classic, Parkview all over Johns Creek. That was from our first night. Kell getting the best of Cherokee Bluff there as well, as Cherokee Bluff made its Corky Kell Classic debut. We told you about North Forsyth being upset by North Atlanta last night in the nightcap in their home stadium. West Forsyth getting the win against Archer. The coaching debut for Dante Williams, former Collins Hill offensive coordinator, moving over to Archer and losing in the opener. And then the games we saw today, all of these have been fantastic.
Wow.
It seems like 6 years ago we were watching Mount Pisgah and Fellowship this afternoon, but a great performance there. As we see Rome on offense, I want to go back to something you were talking about a moment ago. I thought that very candid from John Reed this week, the Rome coach. The one thing he did not like about his team last year was they gave up too many long passing plays. And that's, I think, part of the thing. Like, I think we saw, Height sometimes playing some quarterback last year, but kind of playing a little bit of a safety role here this year. It seems like they want to reduce and limit those big plays. Gave up too many of those a year ago. John Reed did not hold back in saying that.
Specifically in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So they went back and looked at some things, and you see Martell Height, who he thinks might be a corner, but they have to move him to safety. You have Jaden Harmon not playing tonight, another Division I prospect. So they'll get better as the year goes on.
So Fountain throwing, and that's intercepted. How about that?
Wow.
Kerry Morrow, who's had quite a game on both sides of the ball, and
wow.
That's a huge moment here to keep Creekside in this game.
Watch him go up for this ball. A play.
Big play by Morrow. So Creekside going to get a chance to come back with the football. Now, they still need points. Finishing off these drives has not been easy today. But the Morrow play gives him a chance, and he'll come back and be on the offense now, too. You see Vincent Berry, the story there, wearing a different jersey number than he's listed on the roster. That's all clarified now. Handoff once again to McCrary. McCrary fighting for everything he can get on first down. We have seen 3 great football games today, all different in their playing personalities, but fun each and every one.
I'm telling you, man, you talking about a play?
Yeah.
A ball coming at you that speed, and you just jump right up and snatch that thing out of the air.
And I think sometimes we make too much of momentum, but it did not seem like momentum was on Creekside sideline before that play happened. So
not at all.
And now he gets a chance to carry the football. Going to set up a third down coming up here for the Seminoles, and it gets big. They're all big from this point forward because they're trailing by 10 with just 6.5 minutes to go. Let's see it again.
Watch him jump. Watch him read it. What a play.
Look at the high point on that.
That's an athlete. That is an athletic play. That is one of the best interceptions you'll see all year because he read the play and jumped the route, but you have to complete that as a defender.
He'll get a chance to carry the football. Look at him go now.
He earned that carry.
Spinning his way for a first down.
He definitely earned that carry.
Clock moving, under 6 minutes. Trailing by 10 is Creekside of Fairburn, Georgia. Out of the 5A classifications, the top 5 versus top 5 matchup with Rome number 2 in 6A, Creekside number 3 in 5A.
Tell you what, neither team did anything to hurt
perception
and ratings tonight, because I'm telling you, these are two very talented football teams.
Gonna have to try to find that big play offensively somewhere. They've had the running game. They've made every kind of play on defense. They found lead a few times through the air, but the big offensive plays haven't not quite been there as of yet. But Roderick McCrary just won't quit when it comes to running the ball.
Physical. So physical.
He's really given him a chance.
He has played a ton of plays too. He's played some nickel safety, linebacker. He just continues to pound and pound at a very tough defense.
All right, 3rd down and 4 now. It was Morrow, the running back, who converted the last time on 3rd down. It'll be McCrary's turn this time. He's hitting the backfield.
Oh, man.
Second effort got something.
He takes a shot from 91. Whew, watch the second effort right here. Still a great run, but watch 91 come in here. Bam. Boom. That is bad intentions.
All right, y'all, 4th and 4 here. Can they make the interception count for something? Throwing and caught and converting for a 1st down. So there you go.
Man, that's their guy.
He's been the guy all night long. Cryshawn Lett's been there to make every big catch needed, including a touchdown.
That is their guy when they need it.
If this was college NFL, they'd be hurrying to snap it.
They would be hurrying to snap that.
We're in the red zone presented by Northside Hospital. Handoff left side. It's Terrell getting a chance to tote the rock that time.
Under 4 to go. Big drive here.
The clock is an issue because you need 2 scores, but just trying to find that big play and trying to find a way to get maybe lead involved again in the passing game. Hand off up the middle with McCrary. He's been so crucial for them all night long. And Alto Moore had the tackle. So let's give it 1st and goal here now.
Timeout. Roll.
All right, so pivotal moment when we return. 1st and goal, trailing by 10, getting late here. We'll show it to you for Creekside right after this. Quick timeout first, though.
You coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the 2022 Taos, starting at $23,495. Limited inventory available.
Georgia Power is here with a little reminder of how easy it is to save energy at home. Because it's often as simple as a twist, or as easy as a lift. It could be a little squeeze, or maybe just a pull. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit georgiapower.com for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
When we shed artificial expectations and choose a simple path, we feel free. Siggy's Skyr, full of protein, less ingredients, less sugar. Less sets you free.
Back again, huh? You must love losing.
You're buying the next one.
You gotta win one first.
Okay.
Mix and match your 2 favorites for $3.29 at any size soft drink for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway sales event. With new cars arriving daily, now's the time to get in and get away. Lease a Santa Fe for $269 a month or get 2.99% APR plus 3 years complimentary maintenance. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
All right, 16-6 is our score. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left in the game, and we've got a pivotal moment here as Creekside gets a first and goal opportunity, needing every point it can muster in the time left. So if you're just joining us, you picked a great time to be here. Vincent Berry is your quarterback, surveying the situation from the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands Morrow. It's Filing Green among the Rome defenders there on the left side to help make that play.
Creekside will be excited that 91's graduating because he has been an absolute problem.
Second down now. Clock running. They actually lost yardage on that play. Morrow is your tailback again. Gonna roll right though and throw, and no one there. Pressure coming. That's the other guy that's been active tonight, Tyson Brown, the defensive end.
Yes. 92's played well tonight.
Now 3rd and goal from the 7. They went to Kreishon left for the touchdown on the other side of the field in the 3rd quarter. Can they dial that up again? But you've got to find a way to block this incredibly tough Rome defensive line if you want to do that. In motion goes Terrell. Handoff up the middle. So Morrow gets you back around the 2. And now it's going to be 4th and goal coming up. And in so many ways, the rest of this ball game is going to be determined by a lot of what happens right here. Not over if you don't get it, because Rome will be backed up, but you need those points if you can. And he is hit in the backfield, and he's going to get second effort to try to get what he can, but the Rome defense has stood up with very little room behind them, between them and the end zone. Big stand there by the Wolves.
The difference in this game has been Rome's defensive line has been too much for Creekside. Watch 45, Alto Moore right here. Just step in there and deliver a big-time pop. Moore has been all over the place for Rome tonight.
You had the second effort that, kind of kept the play alive, but you're right. Moore, one of those linebackers who just kind of feasted off of the big effort of the defensive lineman in front of him.
See Moore there. Creekside twice. Brandon twice inside the 5 with no points.
That, in a lot of ways, is the story of the game. That's why coaches like Maurice Dixon have a lot of sleepless nights this time of year. Fountain from the shotgun in his own end zone. Almost trying to draw him off sides to see if he can find a little extra room for himself. Instead, it's a running play. And whistle.
Creekside.
Yeah, Creekside's going to stop it and start trying to use their 3 timeouts to see if they can, pin
them back.
Keep Rome pinned back here, and also get a chance to get the football back and get some good field position. But got to take advantage of those opportunities when you get down there at the goal line, as Rusty told you about before.
Coach Sams there. You see him talking in the middle of the huddle with the headset brought up. Coach Sams was actually at Warner Robins with Jake Front, Houston County.
Wow.
Then coached he was at Warner Robins with his brother.
Okay.
And those guys. So comes up here to Rome. See DJ Hazelray there. Behind him, receiver coach from Valdosta. A lot of guys on the staff from all over the place. Jay King there, hat on backwards, former Auburn player. You imagine that Jay King and Edmond have some words there. Georgia Auburn.
I would imagine that's probably the case. Let's also check out our key first down of the game here, presented by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. It was a fun reverse. We'll see DK Daniel get a chance to get involved with this. Coming back the other way, well-designed play, and Daniel shows off the athleticism.
He's had a really good night.
He has.
PK Daniel.
And that put him right there on the doorstep of the goal line. That brought to you by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Also, thanks to our friends at the Harbin Clinic who've made the entire day here at Rome possible.
Ooh.
Whoa, be careful there. Almost
Ooh.
didn't get out of the end zone.
It's a good play by Fountain to even get the snap up to get it off. Watch the snap.
Timeout. Creekside.
Yeah, so
second charge.
Malik Tullis, a defensive lineman for Creekside, who's been so active all night too, makes a big play there. And I mean, he almost had him down to the goal line. Correct call. He did make it out, but
good job by Fountain to get that snap up. I know that was.
We'll also see our play of the game here presented by the Mechanical Trades Institute. On a day like this, appropriate to point out the work by the Rome defense.
Ooh, 45.
Keeping them out of the end zone once again. Alto Moore.
Part of a group that rescued a 50-year-old female. A story goes viral. They basically ripped the door off at the intersection in front of their school, cars smoking, people screaming, and they run toward it. I believe 92, Tyson Brown was part of that group.
Yeah.
So, you know, all the things that go on with youth lives and young kids, but that was a national piece worthy of.
It was. Got picked up by USA Today, a lot of national outlets. And I loved what John Reed said about this, the coach of Rome, of course, that he believes this is what football trains young men to do.
Yes.
That, hey, maybe in certain situations, some people would run away from something like that. These players run towards it because you kind of learn that, you know, there's a degree of selflessness required to play football because you're having to oftentimes sacrifice yourself for the team.
Penalty?
So, yeah, flag after the play. Rome just trying to get it out of, basically trying to get it out of the end zone.
Oh, man. Oh, out of a timeout.
Half the distance. Still third down.
Yeah, that is not going to make John Reed very happy. And as I mentioned a moment ago, even with Creekside not coming away with points, keeping Rome down here near the goal line still keeps things very interesting. We're talking about 2 minutes, 4 seconds left, so there is still time for anything to happen. And now Fountain will not go from the shotgun. He'll be under center.
They have movement.
Now a flag comes out again. That's going to be against Rome again.
Right to the snap. False start on the offense.
Well, the good news is it's only about an inch.
Yeah, that's only about an inch worth of penalty yardage right there because there's backed up as far as you can be.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you see the movement. And Creekside players pointing that out right away.
He just wants to fire off the ball because you know.
And he's going to create some room for himself.
Good job there, just falling forward.
And so that'll cause Creekside to use its last timeout.
Timeout.
Now.
Creekside. That is their third charge timeout.
Down 10, no timeouts left. Short area for punt. Creekside's going to come after this thing.
Mm-hmm. So we could have some special teams fireworks coming up. And obviously one of the things that's happened today is there have been some issues for Creekside when it's been in its specialist situation, and maybe now they get a chance to return the favor for Rome. If you want to start thinking ahead to tomorrow, while we still have 2:04 here, it'll be North Gwinnett and McEachern getting you going really early. And then Jeff Sentel and myself will have you for Norcross and Brookwood. I was telling you earlier, I think this has a chance to be an outstanding game. You think about Dylan Lonergan, the Alabama committed quarterback on the Brookwood side, and Lawson Lucky, a tight end committed to Georgia on the Norcross side. Of course, they've got tons of big-time, players there as well. But a fun couple of SEC commits kind of showcased there. And then, Rusty, you've got 2 great games tomorrow night along with Matt Stewart.
Looking forward to Grayson's first time in in Corky Kell.
Hard to believe that, right?
Well, not really, but I don't want to say anything on air, but I'll tell you this. They're excited, and they sold a heck of a lot of tickets.
Good to hear.
That Brookwood runs deep. That's all I'll say.
High snap, got it away. The punt is low.
Man.
And it's going to give good field position for Creekside here. They're going to take over around the 32-yard line. So They did the job needed defensively. And almost like an NFL game, the clock is stopped exactly with 2 minutes. It's a classic 2-minute warning here for us here in a high school Friday night.
Rome's defense been there all night long. One drive, gave up points. They've held inside the 5 twice, Brandon.
Do you have the big offensive play available to you if you're Creekside?
If I'm Creekside, you've got to get Let a ball early in this drive. Just let him have a rep. Something deep, maybe.
We'll see what they're able to do. Barry with time, throwing towards the end zone. He's got a guy right there. What a coverage. An unbelievable coverage job that time. Coming over to make the play was Javion Winston, the cornerback, and that was beautiful coverage.
He was there for a minute. Look, they double team Stephon Green. That ball's there. What a play.
Yeah, that's a big-time play.
Javion Winston, nice play, man.
Big-time play.
The best ball he's thrown all night, in my opinion, and he about dropped that in the bucket. I love the play call. Take a shot.
Barry trying to get free. Flags come in.
Yeah, I believe we got a hold on.
Yeah, it looks like that's what that's going to be. Another flag comes in now, too. Creekside player also slow to get up, one of the offensive linemen. So
we're going to watch 91 penetration. He's just, I'm telling you, Brandon, he is watch 91 right here. See that rip right there, and they're holding him there.
I mean, even with the hold, he's still not even slowed down.
Havoc, man.